Starting.
About to
Hangouts
start.
is live. There we go.
Shall not be
Hello,
infringed.
interwebs. Hello, interwebs. We're not peeing in fridges. We're giving people birds. We're ready to roll here. Bass Boy says, "What time zone are we on?"
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The right. We're in the correct time zone. The right one. I was just waiting for some people to show up. No big deal.
Stuck with us.
Yeah, you're stuck with us. This is the C team. So, hello interwebs. Hello gun channels. Hello uses his tubes and gun channels or gun streamer and whoever the hell else may watch this in the future. What's going on? This is the closer. Guns Glitter and Gun says, "I really want to talk John Wicky." All right, we'll talk some John Wicky. So we got a couple of we do have a couple of topics today. We got a bracket and a couple of quick things to talk about. I'm actually getting over, I don't know if you can hear it, it's got this gnarly sinus infection. So I'm just getting over it a little bit and starting to feel a little better today. But so I don't know how long we'll go live. I was just saying to the guys in the in the hangout here, it's possible that we might get quarked by gun show, the SHOT Show. I think there's a lot of stuff probably going on with having the first day out there and a lot of live stuff and a lot of people doing videos and stuff. So there might be people that might be the priority, not us. So we'll see. Grim90 says topics. Yeah, we got a couple of topics. I did throw a link. I'll throw it back into Hangouts, or not the Hangouts. I did throw it into Hangouts. There's a link there. There's a link down on gun channels, and I'm going to throw it in the YouTube chat once again. It is a link to a video that I saw. Man, I think it came up on my suggested view, like the second day I think that it was published, and yeah, I talked about it a little bit to some in a chat, but I never brought it up in the show. So I want to bring it up in the show again because Black Hat Outdoors actually texted it to me too, just that he saw it and thought it was a good video. So let's say hi to Buddy. Hey, Foos, what's going on? Ape, you're up first. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot. Just taking the weekend off to spend some time with some family, have a late Christmas, so that's always good. Finally got to open my presents.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You got to open gifts today? Anything fun?
Actually, Friday. Yes, I got myself a shit ton of reloading supplies, so
dude, that's
got some more 10mm brass, more formed 300 blackouts, and some bullets for those. So
bullets, very cool.
Yeah. What grain do you use in your 10mm?
Right now I'm kind of experimenting with some different stuff that I had for 40 Smith and Wesson. I've loaded. Let's look at the boxes here. Loaded 135 grain Nosler custom competitions with some CFE pistol, because that gets very a max charge of that's very close to the Underwood loading. So that's
wow,
16
135 grain and 10mm. That's
well,
light for a 10mm.
Well, don't know how well it's going to show up. I turn my bandwidth down, get people watching the YouTubes.
Yeah.
With this 10mm, it's supposed to be going 1,600 feet per second. And I think that's
quick, man. That is quick.
Yeah, and that's
moving.
Yeah, and that CFE I think is within 75 feet per second for a max load.
So a lot of those books come out of an 8-inch barrel. So you'll probably be.
Nope, this was actually. If anyone goes onto Nosler's website, and you can get their loading data for this particular bullet for this particular cartridge. It's its own little page, and on the no, wait a minute. This wasn't on Nosler. This was on what was it? Who make Hodgkin or Hogden? The people who make CFE, but
Hodgden.
Yeah. Then I've tried some 150 grain Nosler custom competitions with Blue Dot. Then I split a what were these? 155 grain XTP with the CFE pistol and blue dot. Otherwise, I've been loading up some berries, 165 grain plated flat points with, what was this? Was this blue dot or unique? Blue dot, because I've got like an 8-pound keg sitting on my bench.
Cool. That'd be awesome to see that out of a carbine. See how fast that's moving.
Well, the store I picked up my newest 10mm from did have a couple of the high point 10mm.
So
there you go.
Have you ever thought about going with a heavy bullet, like a 200 grain?
Well, in all honesty, I got the Underwood because it was the hottest, most foot-pounds that Midway had. So I first thought about getting the Extreme Penetrators because I've got a couple boxes of those for my 357 SIG. But they were actually, I think they only did like 1450 or 1500 feet per second with those. But then again, it has to be a longer bullet to get the weight, so you're taking up more case capacity.
Right.
And all the, like the custom competition and the XTP bullets, I got those for my dad for kind of a, he bought 4 boxes of the thing, so it's just, here's 50 of, or here's 20 of each. Give them a try.
Cool.
Cool. Foos, what's going on with you, buddy?
Not much. Loaded just shy of 8,000 rounds today for the business. Still waiting on orders. I have a bunch of them all boxed up. I probably have another 15 to 2,000 that I could box up, but I'm done for the day and just. Yeah. Right now I have no orders, so if you guys are thinking about some 9mm, hit me up. Sports Shooters Ammunition on Facebook.
Yes, sir. Do you have an Instagram page set up yet for the business?
I do not.
No. All right.
Now, can you have multiple Instagram instances on your?
I think so.
Yes.
I would imagine.
On like, are you saying on like one email address or?
Yes.
No.
I don't.
No, you can
I don't
have
know.
more on the app. You can have multiples, but
well, yeah, that's
separate.
Yeah, I'm looking at the app. Okay. Might have to.
Yeah, you have to do it on the app. You can't do it anywhere else.
Okay. I'll have to.
It has to be from a mobile device.
All right.
Ask
I'll have to look into
about Instagram. Let me tell you.
He knows the ins and outs.
I'll have to look into it and get one created for the company.
So.
So.
Yeah, that'll be a good idea because I mean, people start sending you pictures of shot up targets and silhouettes and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. That'd be neat to see. Good kind of promos, propaganda for your channel.
Yeah,
for the business.
And that way everyone's got a hashtag to post too.
So next time I go shooting, which it's been fairly cold here, I'm going to be doing doubles drills, so I'll wear out the A zone of a target. So I'll have like Sports Shooters Ammunition. How do you create this? And it'll be a worn out A zone. It's by shooting a bunch of this, and we'll have a pile full of brass. So.
Yeah. That shit's cool. Gizzard, what's going on, buddy?
Not a whole hell of a lot. Got to go back to work tomorrow.
Oh, that sucks. What, do you go back for a couple of days and then you're off again?
4.
4 whole days?
That's all I work is 4 days.
You work 4 12s or 4 10s or
4 10s.
He works 4 3s.
No, he works
3-hour shifts.
4 24s.
4 24s. There you go.
4 10s. Plus, I've been on call all weekend, so I get woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, which is like.
Hello, Mr. Gary. The computer's not turning on. Could you please come in?
I got a light here that says meltdown. What do I do? It says yes or no. I'm not.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Yeah, unplug it for 10 seconds and plug it. Did you take the cartridge out and blow it and then put it back in?
Is your monitor plugged in, sir? The blue
It's
cord.
usually people who bummed up their password.
There's a comedian, John Caparulo. He's a pretty funny dude. He has a joke about calling the cable company, and they were like, "Is your TV plugged in, sir?" He's like, "Of course it's fucking plugged in. Who unplugs their TV? Whoever unplugs their TV before they leave." He's like, "Oh, I was gonna go to bed. I better unplug this son of a bitch first, just to make sure." Obnoxious, what's going on?
Not much. Just out here trying to get the best view of this lunar eclipse that's coming in.
Nice.
Hey,
Nice.
I'm gonna jump in. I'm Armor Midnight, but what? I heard something about the eclipse. Is it happening now?
I don't know. I know for
It's happening now, but
it's
it's gonna be weird because you're gonna have like this rectangular shaped eclipse going across.
No, it's not going to be rectangular. It's going to be a perfectly straight vector line because the Earth is flat. I mean, that's all you're going to see is just a vector line across it.
I thought the
Flat
Earth was
Earth.
a donut now.
Flat Earth.
Oh, so it'll be a bullseye. So when you
Crapper goes
shoot
to
for the
space.
moon, you can actually aim for it.
Now here's what I want to know. Like, is that a bottle of bourbon over there to your right?
Yeah, it's a bottle of beer. It's a bottle of beer.
Oh, a bottle of beer. Oh, okay.
Well, it's
99
the
bottles.
Canada arm. They got to have a bottle of Labatt Blue on there.
There you go. Okay.
Gotta have
drink-
beer out here if you're gonna
You
watch.
don't
You're
drink
gonna
like
watch the
an
eclipse.
orange beer? You don't drink orange beer?
No. You get what you do is you take a little slice of orange and you put it on the rim.
Oh, the Labatt's. Oh, yeah.
Wheat beer. Always got to have.
Yeah.
Or do
Okay.
like I do and be a man and drink wheat beer without any fruit.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wheat
Tough
beer
guy.
is very filling.
Listen, hey, I'll
That's
tell you
heresy.
What,
That's heresy.
listen, I know you're mad about that Gillette commercial, but you don't have to come on here telling us how big of a tough guy you are. Don't drink my beer with my fruit.
Hey, I have no problem with that Gillette commercial. I mean, those other dads should have beat up the dad that broke up the fight. Kids.
All right.
Anyway,
We'll move on from the space crapper here. Patriot, what's going on?
I'm just waiting for this eclipse everybody's talking about. I did put out a tweet, warning you sighted guys not to freak out that,
Yeah.
Donald Trump
Well,
didn't
that's good.
take the moon. He didn't ban the moon for all those liberals out there if they're watching.
I heard they put a wall. I heard they put a wall around the moon.
Yeah.
so
No,
this eclipse is gonna make everything dark outside.
I don't know, but Obnoxious One's picture there's freaking out, man. Look at that. Oh, God. Oh, he's going in and out of a time warp or something. He must have hit a wormhole out there in space.
Nah, I think it's his magic crapper chair. It's just fading in and out of reality. It needs
It's
a constant stream of shit, otherwise it can't maintain its molecular integrity.
I think it's like Back to the Future. Like somebody must have gone into the past and changed history, and now his chair's disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Here he comes.
Unknown
Here he
user out at the YouTube side has put some very important safety information. Remember, do not look directly at the eclipse. They'll shoot your eyes out.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, come on. It's a lunar eclipse, not a solar eclipse, really.
That was
Whatever.
a joke.
I know that.
The moon gives off a lot of light.
The moon gives off that mooning radiation that just drives people crazy.
So, so you guys are going to laugh at that joke, but not laugh at mine, asking if it's going to make everything dark outside? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
night out.
already dark.
It's already dark out.
It's darker, right?
Joke.
No, it's not going to make it dark. It's going to make it raining blood like
The blood red moon.
Whoa,
Slayer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Rain blood. Rupan, what the hell are you doing there? You doing space rocket stuff, or what are you doing?
Space Force.
I don't know. I might have to tap into Gary and ask for some help in doing one of these harder problems here.
What are you doing California Highway Patrol stuff for?
Not.
That looks like rocket science.
It looks like a light water reactor diagram.
I'm not sure.
You're combining
wait a minute.
Brayton and the Rankin together.
Using both Rankine and Brayton together, the hot exhaust air from the Brayton turbine is used as the heat source for the boiler of the Rankine cycle. Well, yeah, I mean, that's who doesn't know that?
It's good because it gives you hot water and it gives you
Midnight. Who doesn't know that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, duh.
It's very simple. You just make sure that the control rods are all the way in, and you just leave.
There's no control rods with this. It's just turbines. So.
Oh shit! I'm out then.
Turbines. I thought yeah. My expertise are in turbines. I don't know anything about these turbines.
Turbines.
Don't you wear those on your head?
I was just going to say turbine. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Carbons.
Seven Wonders is trying. I sent him a link. He's trying to jump in. Still can't get in. Normally, you just click the link and it will prompt you to do whatever you need to do. There are times where I have a lot of trouble too. And what I'll do is, here, hold on a second.
Yeah, if you copy the link and then put it in Google, it sometimes comes up too.
No, you got to turn your computer on and off again.
Here, let me send you a link a different way here.
Like if Midnight were to post the link in the chat and Seven Wonders were to click on Android, all it would do would open up his browser and tell him, oh, hey, you need to install Hangout. Let's take you over there and have you install it.
And then you skip down to the next sentence. It says, once you have it installed, click here. And then you click here, and then it goes right into it.
Yeah.
Without having to install it again. Oh, he's on Android, so I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Who the hell's over here? Armament, what's going on with you, man?
I just listened to y'all talking about Eclipse and Blood Moon and all that, and I honestly, we got so much freaking snow. I got a post in the backyard that has 12 inches on top of a 4x4 post. And I'm like, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I've been dealing with that. But I heard something in the news like a couple days ago, and then the snowstorm hit, so I didn't really have time to deal with it. But what's going on with the eclipse and all that? I don't know. Hear people talking about it.
It's happening.
Right now?
Right now.
Where are you? I'm in Ohio. Where are you? I heard it wasn't going
I'm right here.
You're right there. You're like,
you see him?
I'm in space. Can't you see? I'm here. I'm watching.
See that. You're floating around.
I'm watching the shadow move across the world.
Obnoxious is lying. He's not in space. He's in that little cube right there on the computer screen. That's where he lives.
Is he like directly above Chicago while he's in space?
God, no. I don't even want to get that close to it. Not anymore.
Seriously, it's like 6 degrees here, and I really want to open my door and look for the moon, but I got to put on like 3 layers to do that.
You got to look up.
Up, yes. Oh, yes. To look the left or to the right.
Look for the big bright round thing.
Glowing. Well, it might not be glowing as much as it normally does, but shit, I don't know. The last time I was out, I couldn't see nothing because it was all clouds. So yeah.
Now don't tell Armament to look at the big thing that's glowing. He'll be bumping into his porch like a moth.
Like a moth.
Yeah, the bug zapper. Oh yeah, give me more. Oh yeah, give me more.
Would it help?
It might, man. Anyway, yeah, we got a whole bunch of snow blowing 4 or 5 foot drifts. My snowblower is not that big, but my God, it grunted. I mean, I've never abuse that snowblower as much as I did today. We got nailed with a pretty good snowstorm. So, winter.
So was it like the heavy wet snow, or was it just a lot of it?
Honestly, this is the weird thing because on the bottom was the heavy wet, and then it got colder. So when the snowblower tried to go through it, it hit that heavy wet stuff, and it didn't want to throw it. The lighter frozen stuff, not a problem. But yeah, like I said, man, I had 4 and 5 foot drifts in my yard and driveway, and I'm like, winter.
It was at this time Armand Axis wondered, can I get a flamethrower off eBay?
Yes.
You buy one of those XM40s or whatever the hell they are.
So do you guys see that video where the guy cleared his driveway with that?
That was that
That was like a week ago or something.
Oh,
I saw it.
There was a friend of mine that kind of did away with his channel. He was on the range, and long story why he did away with it, but yeah, he went out with a flamethrower and pretty much melted shit off his driveway. I'm like, okay.
Now the that Elon Musk flamethrower is really just a roofing torch, isn't it?
The not a flamethrower branded flamethrower?
Oh, correct, because it's not actually a flamethrower, it's just a roofing torch, and that's why he could call it not a flamethrower.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thinks it's a joke. It's not a flamethrower, yeah? Wink, wink, yeah?
Wink, wink. Hey,
well,
no, it's not a flamethrower.
It's not a flamethrower, it's a flame extruder.
Hey, if you take
it's a landscaping tool.
Take a can of starting fluid and a Bic lighter, you're all good. You got a flamethrower. Just don't let off the nozzle.
Words to live by, Armament. Never let off the nozzle.
Yeah, well, we did a lot of stupid things when we were kids, and I don't know how the hell we survived, but I learned a lot.
And just think, all the kids these days won't learn that shit.
Yeah, and we had enough common sense to do sensible but not sensible, but some people just have no common sense.
Exactly. It's because they're all stuck inside playing on their damn video games, and they don't experience life, so they don't have the common sense to know what's, this may hurt me.
So what was
I
that
do it anyway.
What? Flammable and inflammable mean the same thing?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's our English language.
So fallible and infallible mean the same? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Hey, by the way there, Mr. Foos, I want to get some of your ammo to test on our channel. So got to get a hold of you, brother.
Yeah, get on me on Facebook.
$12 a box, that's it.
Well, I thought the special price was $3.50 a box.
Nope.
That's what we agreed on last time.
Nope. He's $12, but I'll sell it. I'll do it for $11.
I gives it away free.
Yeah, but only if you're a sellout and give positive reviews on it.
Hey, guys. I'm just going to throw this at you, and I'm not going to badmouth anybody. But we got Fort Scott ammunition, 6.5 Creed. It didn't shoot all that great. It shot pretty bad. We were like, do we really want to put this video out? And we held on to this video. We ain't put nothing out. But later, about a month later, Ohio Wolverine came out, and he had some 6.5 Creed from Fort Scott. The shit shot great. And I'm like, did we get a bad box of ammo? So.
Well, I would, you also can't discount the loading specs either. Like whatever the grain weight is and overall length, the overall length can make a huge difference. From rifle to rifle, if you're hand loading. I mean, you hand load, that. So, it'd be interesting to see what rifle they were shooting versus what rifle you guys are shooting.
Well,
and each gun's kind of a little different as to what it does and doesn't like.
Well,
that's
what I mean.
Like my M18, federal gold medal match. They'll shoot a group maybe about the size of this cup here.
Oh, is that banana chips?
Actually, these are oyster crackers that have a lot of seasoning on them, and they're pretty addictive, kind of like peanut M&Ms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the point I was making is we shot one batch of Fort Scott through the same rifle, and then the month later, we shot another batch. One batch, oh, it was terrible. The next batch did pretty good. So we got to get back with Fort Scott and let them know, because, you know, you're talking about doing honest reviews, and that's the thing. It's like, man, I really hate to badmouth this on one box of ammo. And I'm glad we didn't, because when we came back, the other ammo shot great. And I'm just wondering if there was a bad batch that happened. They're a small ammo manufacturing company. You know what I mean? It's like, I'd rather not say bad things about somebody on a quick response before I research it a little more. You know what I mean? Now, there's some products out there that right off the bat, they just fall apart, like cheap red dot sights. And yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to do an honest review one way or the other, you know?
So do you have any left over from the first batch where you could like kind of do a QC check on all of them? Like, oh, this first batch, there's a variance of 5 thousandths overall length, or you pull a couple and, oh, this has 20 grains of powder. This next one has 21 grains, so on and so forth.
They sent us a box of 20.
Okay. So
we shot, I don't know, 3 shot groups, whatever. And it, you know, it was one box. It was, like I said, I have bought any factory ammunition from this box to this box. It can vary a little bit, but did we get a bad batch? Because the next box we tried worked pretty good. So, you know, that's what I said.
I've even seen people that have boxes with different primers in, because they've made a primer change in the middle of a run or something. Where one is obviously a different brand primer, or maybe not a different brand, but a different spec primer. It'll have like a different color. One will be silver and one will be like gold or brass. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, and primers aren't a huge difference, but they'd be enough of a difference if you're shooting, you know, 200 or 300 yards to maybe open your group up. You know,
you'd be surprised. People don't realize, and when you're a hand loader, you kind of realize a lot of this is, you would be so amazed at how much a primer can change it. Now, not one's better than the other, but tailoring a load to that primer, and I've said it a million times, man, reloading is a can of worms. To be a precision reloader, that's a can of worms. To be a good reloader that makes good quality pistol ammunition and that kind of thing, man, that's not that hard. A rifle precision match grade, man, that's an art. It's a lot of work, and I ain't even mastered it after all these years.
Mm-hmm.
To be a precision shooter, you'll never master your load.
Yeah, it's crazy, the variance that nobody ever thinks about.
Well, I mean, think about this. So if you're a mastery loader and you're going for ultimate precision, you're going to be, you know, swap. Let's say you do a 6.5 Creedmoor or something else that is a faster moving round. You're going to burn your barrel out. So every time you get a barrel, you have to rework your load, because it's a different piece of steel you're running your round through. So you'll always be chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. It's fun. Hey, roll call. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on? What are you doing?
Talking on the interwebs. What are you doing?
I was trying to research John Wick because I seen the title of this thing, and hey, I don't know much about John. He was a good guy until his dog died.
What'd you come up with?
Right. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it quick.
Roll call, what's up?
What's going on with you, buddy? You want to give us a little intro, and then we'll move on?
All right. Go ahead.
You there?
Huh? What?
I said give us a little intro, and then we'll move on to something.
Oh, you can find me on YouTube. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the link that you give.
Absolutely. Giving them links. Okay. So we got a bunch of people talking about the John Wick topic. So, okay. So has everybody seen John Wick? Everybody's seen the first one? I mean, it's pretty popular. Not everybody sees every movie.
Second.
Yep.
I've seen 1 and 2, and 3 is on the way. So,
nope.
Yep.
I have not seen it, but I am familiar with the general principle thereof.
Trained with Terran Tactical, and you see the Terran Tactical videos and him training, and you can see a lot of the other gun channels training with Terran Tactical. Hey, Gizzard, what's up? And he learned how to shoot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a badass shot. So in the movie, the guys try and buy his car from him or whatever. He says no. Then they follow him back to his house. They steal the car, and they end up killing his dog.
Did you say spoiler?
Right. And comedy ensues. So what's up, Taters? What's going on, buddy?
Oh, what's happening?
No, not a whole lot. So I put in the topic, a video that I found about a dude, and it's I was like, wow, this guy's like almost like the real John Wick here, right? So he's at home. Yeah, so he's at home, and I guess his mom lives with him, or I think his mom lives with him. Either that, or he was living with his mom at the time, but I'm not sure. Here's this shot, grabs his pistol, goes outside. Guys, he yells at him or whatever. Guys jump in their car and they take off. He's on the phone with the cops, gets in his truck, and he calls the cops. And he goes after these guys. And he calls the cops, and they're like, well, what's 911, what's your emergency or whatever. He says, super calm, and it's crazy to listen to. So look it up after this. It's amazing to listen to. He's talking on the phone to the cops while he's chasing these guys down, and they got up to like 100 miles an hour on like streets, and he's just talking like we are now. It's crazy. Like, this dude is like cool as a cucumber, right? He's giving descriptions. He's telling what roads he's turning on. He's all this stuff, and he's like, you better get some cops here. You better get some guys here. Whatever. These guys shot my dog. He's like, I can't. He's like, and they're like, we want you to. Why are you chasing them? We don't want you to chase them. It's dangerous. And he's like. He says, they say something about it being dangerous. And he says, ma'am, I'm a Navy SEAL. I'm not worried about this, or I'm not worried about myself. And it was Marcus Luttrell. Do you guys ever hear this story?
No.
This is crazy. It came up on my suggestion. I'd never heard it. So he chases these guys down through 5 counties until the cops could finally get ahead of these guys. And
I heard all about this. I remember listening to I heard it. Keep going, buddy. Yep.
And they went through 5 counties till they could finally he's like, you guys got to get a cop in front of us. They switched dispatches to get in different counties because they were going so fast. They're like, do you have a weapon on you? And he said, yes, ma'am, I have. And just like we're talking now, he's like, yes, ma'am, I have 2 9mm Berettas. And eventually the cops pulled these guys over, and you could hear him yelling at the guys. He's like, you're lucky you don't know who you did this to, right? And And yeah, Kinky says out there it was his PST dog, or PTSD dog. It was the dog that the the Navy gave him to cope after, to help cope after he got out of the military. Now I don't know if this was between deployments. It could have been between deployments. I'm not sure, but I can't remember now. I can't remember the damn dog's name. But the dog's name was an acronym for the guy for the guys that died with him in Afghanistan. If you ever watched the movie Lone Survivor, that's the other guys that died. The dog's name is is an acronym for those.
Marcus played in that movie, right? He had a couple cameo appearances in that movie.
Mm-hmm. No, he was involved with all the training and stuff. It was crazy. I've watched a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. He said the only way they do it is if they were true enough to it. They said it had to be, not Hollywood-ish at all. Sphincter said he was out of the service. Okay, I wasn't sure because I know when he got hurt, all shot to shit. He actually redeployed after that, after he got back and rehabbed and all that stuff. But I wasn't sure if it was before or after that. But crazy, right? This thing popped up and it was just a little interview that he was doing with was it Hannity or something? Somebody that they're actually friends, I guess. So I watched it. It says something about killing his dog, and I was like, oh shit, somebody, I turned it on and listened to it, and then actually listened to the 911 call. It's crazy. If you've never heard it, go listen to it, and imagine yourself in his spot. To be just talking like we are, and doing 100 miles an hour, chasing down dudes that just killed your freaking, your best friend. It's amazing. So
yeah, he's pretty crazy. I got a photo of him right here from the Range 15 movie. Have you guys seen that movie? He's in it.
No,
I have actually never seen that Range 15 movie.
Well,
he was there.
Yes, he was there.
What's Range Fit? What is that?
What's
it about?
Matt Best and them made a movie.
Oh yeah,
a year or so ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's I think it's really funny, but it may be an acquired taste.
It's on.
Cool. Check it out.
Isn't it on Netflix?
I don't know. I'll take a look.
Write that down.
I'm heading there too.
All right, he's heading there.
Let's check it out. So, that's not necessarily anything that we're going to have a whole lot of you guys are going to have a whole lot of comments about. It's not something like a talking topic, but I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was crazy.
No, it's not. I thought it was at one time.
Marcus going after somebody that killed his dog. It's not crazy to me. You're an animal lover.
No, he means what's crazy is that. Oh, you're talking about me. It's crazy. It's not crazy it's not crazy like unbelievable. It's crazy that those guys would do something so goddamn stupid.
Yeah, they didn't realize what they were. Yeah, it's like
I don't know, man. I don't know the story behind it.
With a stick.
I think they knew what they were doing. I think they knew who they were doing it to.
Why'd they shoot his dog?
I don't know. I don't know if it ever, if they ever really had a reason for it, or if it was just because it was his. You know what I mean?
Fine Ape, rule number 1 for life is not just don't fuck with someone's dog. It's don't fuck with someone. Don't fuck with any other property.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Range 15 is included on Amazon Prime for free.
That's where I saw it. I knew it was on one of those.
A group of veterans wake up after a night of partying to find out the zombie apocalypse has spread across the planet.
Well, those guys had enough hardware. I think they'll be okay.
I really enjoyed that movie. I got it on DVD and Blu-ray. I also helped fund it. I think I gave him like $100 or something.
Yeah. So that was all crowdfunded, like
Cool.
Patreon. Well, it wasn't it was GoFundMe.
Nice.
Yeah, they got like they had to come up with half of it, and another company would match, and they got like $500,000 or something like that. They're only asking for like 250 or something.
Yeah, they had lots of problems too. People really didn't like him. So, not.
Imagine what
do you mean?
Any of us could do with that kind of money in production. You know what I mean? Just think about it. Just to have that kind of money, just to do some production.
Well, if you watch the behind the scenes, you can see where like this dude let him film on their property, and then he changed his mind and was like, "Well, you guys got to leave right now, or I'm calling the cops." And then he was like, "Well, I'll let you finish the scene if you give me a couple $100,000."
Well, yeah.
Wow. People just pulling that shit all the time. So it's like, oh, they had a bunch of money, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Well, if it's big Hollywood, I'd do it too. I'd go.
It wasn't big Hollywood.
Well, that's the point.
I know. I'm just saying, if it was.
Didn't they end up doing it for like, wasn't it like a little over $500,000 or something like that? I can't remember exactly what the end budget was, but it wasn't.
According to the little trivia blurb on
I don't know,
Prime, it simply said that it was the 4th largest funding of a movie on Indiegogo of all time.
Whoa, damn.
That just means they got away with a lot of really not politically correct stuff.
And the problem with that is
nothing at all. That's why it's hilarious. That's why I enjoyed it so much. It's not the best movie, but if you're looking for a good laugh, it is very enjoyable.
I might have to watch it one of these days.
You want a good laugh? Watch a classic called Kentucky Fried Movie.
I have seen that.
Us older guys know it.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
Are you familiar with the penal codes of this state?
You stopped wearing pants like a month ago. Obnoxious.
Hashtag Porky Piggin.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
PorkyPiggin.com.
No.
Porky Piggin Bowl Life.
You said that wrong. He understands the penises of that state.
I said the penal codes, not the penises. But if you've seen the movie, you'd put those two together, the penal and the penis, because it's in the movie. Come on.
It's also on Amazon for free.
Is it really?
Kentucky Fried Movie. You got to watch it. It's just slapstick, stupid humor. It's great.
And if you don't like slapstick, stupid humor, there are 70s titties in it.
There you go.
I only like highbrow humor. I don't like this potty stuff.
Then, sir, you are hosting the wrong show.
You've got the wrong panelist.
So, next thing. I threw a link in all the chats, through side chat, the gun channels chat, and the YouTube's chat for everybody, for a video that I saw about a month ago, right after it came out. It popped up into my suggested feed, and it's what's it called? Political Juice, I believe is the channel name. Crap. And it's a Second Amendment history video. It's got a little bit of, it's kind of lighthearted. It's fun. It's about 45 minutes long. It's a little bit long, but it was a great listen. I listened to it at work doing some prep, and really enjoyed listening to it. So check it out. Throw it under your, throw it in a playlist or something. If you can't get to it one of these days. It was really good. It starts, back before the colonization of, America, all the way till present day. There's a lot of ins and outs and a lot of really interesting stuff and a lot of sort of a lot of different people that were involved with everything. So it was really cool. It was, like I said, it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago almost now that I watched it. I didn't get a chance to watch it again. I was going to watch it again today and just didn't get a chance. But go ahead and do that, because it's definitely worth it. If anybody, I'll have to put it under the description of the video too. So if anybody needs it, you can afterwards, you can go get it there. Gun talk. Okay. Let me find this. I actually threw it up on Yankees Chat today. Him and Matt were doing a Chizzy chat, and asked them about him.
If you're throwing up on Yankees Chat, you probably should just stop watching.
Well, I mean, you get used to it.
Doesn't everybody throw up on Yankees Chat at least once?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You get used to it. Okay.
No. I turn the chat off just before I throw up.
My screen sharing for you guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, I want to get a 1911, right? And I've just been sort of thinking about just getting a Rock Island and, something simple. I don't want anything that's like super expensive. I don't necessarily want something that's really tight tolerances. I want like a shooter, like something to have and, have some fun with. And then I saw these guys. Okay. Auto Ordnance. This is the Victory Girls edition. I think there's only 2. Hey, what?
Go to my Instagram.
Yeah, I heard you talking. You said you had one, right?
Yep, there's one for sale. There's one for sale. It's at Top Guns in Terre Haute. It's that exact
send it to me.
gun. Well, I wish it could.
It's this one?
Yep, it's that exact gun.
Is it used or new?
Brand spanking new.
What
does it look like?
It looks like a 1911.
It's a 1911.
So they are the specs on them are.
It's the GI model. It's the A1.
Yeah.
Yep. A1 GI. It's got the 5-inch barrel and it was 8.5-inch overall, whatever. It's not ambidextrous, I don't believe. God damn, you stupid bastard.
You're never gonna be able to upgrade the sights.
He just entered the matrix there.
Yeah, for real.
What auto ordnance? Honestly, my opinion,
let him finish.
I'm just gonna say I built a few 1911s. You're better with a Rock Island. Auto ordnance doesn't had a lot of problems with them.
If you're wanting to get a shooter, get a Ruger.
Very true.
I just want something that's going to work.
Stig.
You guys are not good at letting me tell stories.
No kidding.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you a story.
Hey.
Oh, just talking about this goddamn gun and nobody wants to shut the fuck up.
I'll shut the fuck up right now. Talk.
Jesus. So it's a GI model. It's 5-inch. I don't think it's ambidextrous. I doubt it. And they have the cool dark wood. I guess they're walnut grips, right? The U.S. Mm-hmm. And for Patriot 2, it's got like a distressed bluing. It has a sort of a, I don't want to say a paint job, but I mean, it's got the image on it. It's like got rivets on it, not real rivets, but like, painted or whatever done in the image, like a fighter plane. And then there's 2 different ones. They're both girls. They're both like Victory Girls, right? One of them is a girl that has like her arm up, making a muscle, right? And has a little tattoo on her arm, and her hair's up, kind of like in a bun or a top knot kind of thing.
Rosie the River.
Yeah, and then the other one is the girl sitting with like the one leg up with the long hair and the little hat. I actually like the Rosie the Riveter one is really cool. The one that's the big one here. And then it has the star. I don't know what emblem would you call that? The star. It's like is that a badge?
Star and bar.
Star and bar.
Star and bar, right? Okay.
Not star and bars. Singular
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Plural.
What does that, Foos, what is that?
That's the old
symbolize?
U.S. Army insignia.
Is
Hold
it?
on
Okay.
here.
The Air Corps.
Let me grab
Army Air
something.
Corps.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
so,
Air
so
Corps?
the bar is the
For the
wing
Air
of an
Force.
aircraft. So it's
Oh, okay, cool.
it's the star and bar, and the star
Okay,
is
awesome.
so the star represents a propeller coming at you, and the wings.
Oh, very cool. Okay, cool. I'm glad I asked because I knew it was the thing. I just didn't know if it actually symbolized something. But that's awesome. So they're talking about like $1,100. So I mean, that's a lot of dough. You know. Roll call. Do you know how much is the one that you guys are selling? What's your out the door price?
I think the one that I saw was, I think it was trying to think on my Instagram.
$891.95.
Something like that.
Yeah,
It was
I got
cheaper
it.
than it was. There it is. Yeah. It's the same gun. It was like it was a little over $800. So with tax, 900. It was steep though, so
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's a lot.
And so just
I'm
looking
hoping,
at it, it's an A1 model. So
right.
you could never upgrade the front sights. And I know
You don't
buying
need
this,
to.
you're not going to want to upgrade.
At
But
Gmail.
hold on.
I would.
So with that, I mean, are you
That's
going to
not the
really
point.
run it? I mean,
I want to. The chances of me the what I like about Rock Island, I do want a military style. Like I don't want fiber optic front. I don't want any of that shit. I like the idea of having one that is military stock, like, you know what I mean? If I had the money, I would buy a, you know, and what I might do, I mean, and that's the bummer about this is I think this is super, super cool. And I know a lot of people would be like, that's corny, but I really think it's cool. My father-in-law has a military issue, Army issue 1911 from pre-Vietnam, I think it is. And that's a really cool piece. I don't know that I could afford something like that. And rather than, you know, my whole thing is this worth the extra couple $100 above a Rock Island, you know? I know auto ordnance has been around for a long time. And, you know, I've done a lot of stuff in the past. I was like Thompson's and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean,
are those the grips? Is the image on the grips? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. But
no.
Like the girl, is she on the grip?
Nope, it's on the barrel. It's on the side. It's on the side of the barrel.
Gotcha.
The grips are the checkered walnut with the U.S. on them. They're like,
okay, all right.
Yeah. So
I was just thinking if it was grips, then you could put it on one of them.
Yeah. No, this is basically like it's distressed, and in the distressed part of the frame or in the slide and the frame, it actually comes off of the frame onto the slide. Is the images. So it's probably like acid etched or something. I think that's what they do, right? Probably use some sort of chemical etching, and then buff it or something like that. But I don't. If I buy a 1911, it's not going to have any bells and whistles. It's going to be bottom of the barrel as far as like gadgets and gizmos, you know. So for me, physically, this is perfect, and the image of it, I think, is really cool because the last couple of years I've really been interested in military history a lot. So this is kind of cool, you know. I don't know. What do you guys know about auto ordnance? You know, armament. You said you had one, you weren't happy with it. Have any of you guys any other guys ever owned one? Or anybody in the chat?
I have not, but with that decal or whatever, that etching, did they actually say it was etched, or is that Cerakote, or?
To me, it just looks like a chemical, like some sort of etching.
Like a nano.
Do they say if it's like a stainless? If it's like a base stainless?
Let's take a look here.
It looks
it's a Cerakote. Okay, the pistol is then given a worn look with a 2-color Cerakote finish of armor black and gunmetal gray. So it is Cerakote. It's not a chemical etching.
Okay, okay, carbon steel slide. Okay.
All I was saying is, I built a couple 1911's back in the day using their parts, and that was back in the day. I'm talking like 90s, early 2000s, and their parts just didn't seem to perform. And, you know, you want to build just a basic gun that works. Yeah, they didn't perform. Yeah, we weren't trying to build target pistols. It didn't work all that good. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see how they've improved on that.
So if you want this look, you could always change out the guts. That is one thing. But yeah, that definitely looks like it is a Cerakote.
Yeah, it says it is. Yep.
True,
I didn't read the description.
No,
if you're spending close to $1,000 already,
why would you want to
really have to put another $100 or $300 worth of parts into it?
I don't want anything to do. I don't give a shit about parts. If I buy this gun, it will sit the way it is for the rest of my life. I guarantee you.
It's the idea of it being an A1 style.
Yeah.
It's nothing about, oh, I want a skeleton. It's not about that. I don't.
Yeah. It's kind of the same.
It's because of what it looks like and what it is. It's not about, you know, oh, is this a race gun? It's not about that.
Yeah. Now my second option is
I wasn't saying about that either.
Yeah.
Well,
So basically, I'm looking at three different. Yeah, I'm looking at three different. You know, as far as 1911s go, I know somebody in the chat just said, "Oh, you want a revolver and a 1911?" Hell yeah, I do. Why the hell not? There's the way I'm sitting and looking at 1911s right now. I'm looking at three things. One, Rock Island, inexpensive shooter, something like this that has some cool talking points about it, or something that's actual military. I don't know that I can afford anything that's actual military. I would love one, but I don't know that I can get, and I could get there.
So I just went out to Bud's Gun Shop, $426 for Rock Island.
Right.
So you're looking at double the price for
twice the price, right?
And Foos, that was their like bare bones GI model that's comparable to this, or was that just like the cheapest Rock Island they have?
Here, this is what I was.
Hold on, let me click on your.
It's their A1.
Right.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
They call it an A1, but it doesn't have the A1 mainspring.
Oh,
yeah, it doesn't have the arch mainspring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said A1.
Yeah, okay.
This is just their standard
GI.
Yeah.
And what I would do, I mean, if I buy a Rock Island, I'm going to buy a Rock Island and probably just put, different grips on it, because I don't like the light color grips. I like that darker walnut grip. I like the idea. It's such a like, it's got such a history, military history, and
but you do want the A1 style sights and all that stuff where you can't swap out the front end or anything, correct?
I'll never do it.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because I had a GI Springfield Armory.
Yeah.
And I hate it because of that front sight, but I bought it because I liked World War II, and I started using it for competition, and I had to get rid of it. I just had to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a shooter. This will be something to open carry, maybe, at a rally, or open carry on a, every second matters or something. If I get to that point, it's something to be a talking point. It's something that's, to maybe remember the dudes that fought in World War II. You know what I mean? And be able to, as a talking point. Now, what I haven't ever done, what I haven't done in a long time, is look on like gun broker or somewhere and looked for, actual military 1911s.
I would say another avenue is, like Fu said, with the Springfield GI models. Take a look at those on used on Gunbroker, because they're because when I was first looking at 1911s and that for carry, the GI models that I looked at, they were still a lot nicer than you expect for, this is our base model.
So I'm looking.
Yeah, mine.
Springfield Armor A1. You're looking $600-700. You're upward anywhere from mid-6s to $800.
Otherwise, like Foos is saying, with those military sites, if you can get your hands on one, or if you can demo one, definitely take a long think about. I know you like it mostly because of the aesthetics and that, but if you also want to shoot it and you get it and realize, these sites really do kind of suck for what they are. But then, you're balancing that against, do I want to have this more of a fun shooter, or do I want this to be a lot closer to, yes, they suck, but that's what the guys, from 1911 to 1985 had to deal with anyway, so I don't care. Kind of thing.
Well, they upgraded throughout the time, I think.
The other thing you can look at with that being $1,100, if you look at other commemorative, because that's what that basically is, just a commemorative style.
Yeah.
Having that stuff, you can find them the ones that have like the picture of the wall, or the memorial, different ones like that. They all run around between 11 and like 17, depending on how crazy they are. So really, as a commemorative and something that's a little flashy, but that same style, that's really not that bad.
Here's
you're looking at it.
Here's a World War I Colt government issue for $2,300.
So I want to show you something real quick. So here is this back of a slide. This is a more traditional rear sight. This is what your A1 rear sight will look like. So that's just your rear sight. Now your front sight will look nothing the same either. So
it's going to be basically like a little speed bump on like a Pocket 380.
Right. Yeah.
You can look on my Instagram. You can see the exact one. I've got them posted on there. That's the one I always post. So, and they work fine. If you're trying to do some competition, or you think you're going to run some thing like Foos does, then you don't bother with those kind of sites. But there's a lot of commies that aren't around because of that site, so I wouldn't worry about it. If Browning wanted those sites to be different, they would have been born on there better.
Well, you also have to think at that time that was perfectly acceptable, and that was it was.
It works, but it works. So does a crank start on an automobile.
Right.
It works. It worked at the time, but there are better things. But at Midnight, if you want to whet your appetite for 1911 collectible stuff, Winchester just started doing these at our local Fleet Farm.
How much
wooden boxes of
How much did that run you? How much?
I don't know. I got it as a Christmas gift.
No,
my dad told me it was like maybe $5 more than a regular box of 45 auto.
Oh, it's the wooden boxes.
It's the wooden boxes with
22s.
Yeah, but this is all.
Now, at Midnight, I was able to find a Remington R1 for like $420 used.
Yeah, I've seen the R1.
Oh, so that's why I didn't have a Springfield Ladder Remington R1. Sorry.
Now,
and it ran like a freaking top. Yeah.
I understand it's not what you want, but I don't know if it ran great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could put some wood grips on it and kind of squint and pretend it was the. I think mine was a two-tone, so but whatever. So I don't know, it's not...
mine was.
I'll run it through the wall.
No, that Remington R1
I'll run it through the tongue.
No, Remington R1. Yeah, that's what I had. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, you could totally do that. You could do the GI.
I had I have a video on the R1 and 10 millimeter. A buddy of mine loaned it to me. Never got to shoot the damn thing, but I did take it apart and clean it and do a video.
See, mine didn't even have.
So yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, mine was the GI version. Dang it, I'm not even seeing it.
I've never owned a 10 millimeter. I want one. And I think I want either a AR pistol with a brace. Should it be pistol caliber carbine only? It's got a brace, so it's not. I don't know, but I want
this kind of 10 millimeter.
I want a 10 millimeter. Oh, what is that? Delta Elite? What is that?
No, it's a Ruger. It's a Ruger Night Watchman 10 millimeter.
It's a 1911. I'm sorry. I'm a 1911 geek. Even though the only 1911 I have is a Para Ordnance wide body that I built before Para Ordnance ever thought about making guns. They just made frames. But I do love the 1911. The first time I shot it, I was probably 8-9 years old. It was my uncle's, and yeah, I fell in love with it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the centerfire pistol I kind of cut my teeth on. Remember the I remember the conversation secondhand. We were putting my grandfather in the nursing home. It was well past time for him to be in there, and he turned to my mom and said, "So how pissed are you going to be if I give your son my 45?
What'd you say?
Nothing. She just walked over to me and said, "Grandpa wants to talk to you." He said, "No." I said, "Okay." He said, "Upstairs, you know those guns that have been sitting in that display case?" Yeah. Said, "I want you to take the 45. You're the oldest. You're 18, so I figure you can handle the big 45 instead of the 9 millimeter or the 22.
Dude, I'm just gonna say that's so awesome. I mean, I'm looking at my family and yeah, dude, that awesome. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really cool.
Hey, Midnight, have you looked at ATI? ATI makes a government model. I don't know how good they are.
I've heard. I mean, have had people tell me Rock Island would be the way to go versus ATI for some reason. I think Night Strike has an ATI though, doesn't he?
No,
I think that's what he has.
I think he's got a Rock Island.
Yeah,
Seven Wonders says. Seven Wonders says. Is the Donald Trump commemorative 1911 going to be valuable someday? I'm sure, just like any other gun, it's going to go up. I mean, I can't imagine if it was.
Well, any other commemorative gun. Yeah. And it will go up.
I don't think it's going to be like crazy. It's not going to be like, something that they gave the Teddy Roosevelt, back in the day. I'm pretty sure that every president pretty much gets a who you always see them get a 1911 or somebody. Is it Henry or Winchester? The dude does like a lever gun too. Usually.
Oh yeah, Winchester did that.
Kennedy,
Teddy Roosevelt commemorative ammo. It was all in that kind of foil box. It was like all things like 30-30 and then some like safari calibers in that. Yeah, Winchester used to do like every couple years a special commemorative 92 or something like that.
Yeah, 38-55 lever action.
Obama High Point, Slim says. Obama can't ban these guns.
You know what would look cool with that one that you were looking at? If you got a leather holster and it was a P-51 Mustang print on the holster and you had that gun in it. I mean,
yeah, it would be really. It would be cool. I was gonna say it'd be cool to pick up like a Kydex that has like a cool picture on it or something. But at the same time, to to get a custom leather holster with some sort of cool.
Actually, for something like that World War II holster or that pin-up gals, I'd say get a get just a reproduction U.S. tanker holster.
That's gonna be.
Is that one of the flap holsters?
It's one of the. It's like a chest rig.
Oh.
Kinda.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, those are cool.
Okay, getting a Kydex, we all know Kydex can be a little hard on gun finish.
Right.
Leather to a little less extent, unless you get like shit in there and it just kind of turns into sandpaper.
Well, I mean, a little bit of wear on the muzzle. I would rather have that than wear on the slide. Yeah.
So in my Instagram, there is a leather holster company that does a whole bunch of like custom engraving and then painting. It'd be cool if you just had a normal R1 or a GI model and then took that extra money and get a holster and ammo.
Yeah.
Savoy leather.
Oh, Savoy? Yeah, I've heard of Savoy.
Yeah. So
there's a Savoy cabbage too, so food and guns.
Hey.
I will tell you, Savoy takes a while.
But still, it's cool. It's worth it. I mean,
there's Bender.
Oh, come on.
Now, have you seen Midnight? Have you seen the We the People?
Right
1911 from SIG.
Oh, look, there you go. Check that out.
This is the one I was thinking of for you.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, they're pretty much anything and everything. You even do this one as well.
Yeah, that's bitching.
I mean, they'll take a while, absolutely.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's something like if you're playing on, because if you really think about it, if you, let's say you would get that auto ordnance or whatever, it's going to look like this in your holster if you carry it, unless you like pull it out and talk about it. So having all that engraving or whatever on your slide, it's going to be hidden anyway.
Right.
So you're not going to be able to tell. You might as well have the holster and then a work gun inside it, because you're not going to pull that gun out and talk about it. You know, they may talk.
Oh yeah, I mean, I plan on pulling it out, and I'd pull it out, wave it around the grocery store and everything, showing around. No big deal. Hey, everybody, look at my gun.
Right. So.
It'd be pandemonium at Thanksgiving. He'd be trying to get those turkeys into his cart.
Clear away. It'd be like Princess Bride with Fessick. Everybody, move! Okay, we got a question. Psycho says, so instead of an LE trade-in M&P or Glock, I'm thinking about going for an FNS 40 or FNS 40 or compact. I think FN's a great company. I've never shot one. No, I have shot one. I shot an FNS. I shot an FNS 9, I think. Mm-hmm. I really looked at, when I bought my carry gun, my 40, I was looking at the FNX, and the FNX felt great. They felt great in my hand. I liked the controls. I liked the sights. I liked everything about it. I didn't go with it. I went with something else. Whereas now, if I had it to do over again, I probably would have bought the FNX. But
so
yeah, they're nice.
I don't have any experience with them. But because of the competition stuff, I have heard some people actually crushing the grip of the FNXs.
I will say this one time too, like right before you started, I was going to say, if I remember correctly, the FNX 40 that I looked at, I think it might have had a polymer safety or something.
Polymer safety lever.
Yeah, not safety, but a polymer safety lever.
Yeah,
which was weird.
Not necessarily like the HK
Hey, if I say
USPs
it's weird, it's weird.
and that. Well, you're the expert on being weird, so no. But like the H&K USPs, P30s, and that all their safety levers are polymer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird to me because when I was playing with it at the store, it had a decocker, decocker safety. Or no, maybe it was just a decocker. I don't remember. When I flipped it down, I noticed it right away. Like as soon as I flipped the safety down once, I was like, "Well, this is fucking weird." Just something about it. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Why would they do that? I'll ask you guys. Why would they put a polymer safety lever rather than an aluminum or a metal one?
Easier mass production. I mean, once you make the mold, you can just you can turn those parts out in mass, almost indefinitely. It's all part of the whole. Well, it's partially corrosion resistance too.
I don't like it. I just felt like it cheapened the gun. I felt like it was, if they're trying to save a couple bucks, I felt like that was not worth it.
So was there flex in the safety whenever you clicked it off? And so it was off, and you would put your thumb and put pressure on it. Do you remember?
When I flipped it on and off, I noticed it I wasn't looking at it. I noticed it when I put the safety on and off. I was like, well, that felt weird. What the hell? And then I looked at it and I was like, well, this isn't metal. Yeah. So, I mean, it was noticeable to somebody like me that had never shot. I've never shot it. I was just shooting it, I was just playing with it at the store, and it was noticeable to me that it had some sort of flex to it. And I just thought that was like a kind of a shitty place to, I mean, they have their reasons. Obviously, somebody made a decision in a boardroom somewhere and was like, we're going to go with a polymer one. And I just feel like it made the gun feel cheap to me, Other than that, aesthetically, the FNs they're gorgeous. They're really nice.
Yeah, they've got
FNs and how much are the FNs? Just wondering.
I want to say they're. Boy, you know what? It's been so long. I don't know.
Yeah, the last time I checked, no wait, those were FNPs because they were blowing them out for sub.
I can look it up real quick. I don't know. I don't know about the FNSs either. He's talking about the FNSs. I don't know if they're like that.
They're a striker fired, so they don't usually have a safety on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say that they're good. I would say the FNs are good pistols. I think the 40s are a 15 round, like the Glocks are, but I don't know. I've got experience with my FNX 45 tactical. And all I can really say about that, it's a good soft shooting pistol. It's a big freaking pistol. And I'm pretty sure the FNSs have the same grip texturing on them. It's very, very aggressive. And there is a little bit of flex in the frame, like side to side. There is, but then again, they're trying to fit a double stack 15 round 45 magazine in it and still keep it not feeling like a brick.
Yeah. FNX 40 manufacturer's price $700. So I mean, I think when the one I looked at came in at like $515 or something like that, or no, $525-ish or something like that.
Yeah, and with it being a 40, it's going to be it's probably going to be a little less than what the 9mm are going for, just because everyone seems to be jumping ship on 40 because reasons. I'd say if you're not going to get the FNS, go with the M&P. It's just a lot more. It's a lot more ergonomic, a lot less kind of creepy. Not creepy as in Uncle Daryl creepy, but creepy as in working the action than a Glock is.
Uncle creepy, Uncle Joe Biden creepy. What?
If you're
it's
looking
more
for a
gun.
40, Classic has a sale going on right now with their Rugers and SIGs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're trying to get rid of some of their 40s, I think.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned how the 40.
The Remington was like under $300 for their.
He said he lost connection. Did you mention if I should look at the full size or compact? I don't know if I would carry a 40 over 9, but who knows? I like 40. I would. The only reason I am beginning to possibly shy away from 40 is because of hand strength. Some of the issues I'm having with my hands. But if it wasn't for that, I'm 40 all day. Full size or compact depends on what you're looking at. I think the compact, even in 40, I think the 40 is a 10 round or a 12 round in 40.
In the M&Ps,
even
it's a 10 round.
No, he's talking about that. He lost connection when we were talking about the FNs. If you look at the full size, I think it's like 15. If you're looking at the compact, I think it still holds like 10 or possibly 12. It's like a it's not a double stack. It's a staggered stack or whatever they call it.
And
so I think it's a 10 or 12.
If I recall, I think the FN compact shipped with like one flush mag and then one extendo with the little plastic shim on it, kind of like the XDs.
I don't know. I feel like when I look, it depends. Like I say, I'm talking about the FNX, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I think when I looked at, okay. I think when I looked at them, I don't think they had. This was quite a while ago. This was a couple years ago. The whole flush mount and extended mag thing wasn't like you didn't really see that. Right.
I will say one thing about now. This is on the M&Ps. Between a 40 full size and a 40 compact, the 40s compacts are noticeably snappier than the full size. I mean, I've
had a
chance
the 40s
shoot.
are snappy round.
Yeah, but I'll say that
it pops for sure.
M&P 9C, first gun I ever bought for carry. It's a nice gun. My dad picked up a used 40 compact when Gander Mountain was trying to stay financially solvent, and it's a lot snappier, but his full-size 357 SIG with a 40 barrel in it, it's actually pleasant to shoot.
Smith has those rebates going on right now too. I sent you that email too.
Night Gizzard, get good rest. Try not to get the Y2K into the nuclear plant.
Yeah, this SIG 2022 single action, double action, 40 for 421. That's a good price.
It's a good price. It's a good pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be that guy.
Of course.
Say to Psycho, if you, is it a gun shop in Tennessee? They've got the Smith & Wesson California Highway Patrol, or are they the 4006s?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Mel the Nut just put out a video on getting his.
I would say,
wait a minute.
I would get one of those over getting. It was wasn't it last week?
Yeah,
last week on your show, Midnight.
Chip pistols, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say? Last week?
It was on your show. It was in the YouTube chat because Mel popped in being all
I must have missed it.
Oh, look at my new gun. And I asked him which one he got, and it was the third generation Smith Autos are very nice guns.
Yeah, it was like 429 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, they're built, they're tanks. So put a new recoil spring in, a new hammer spring, and you're good for another 20 years.
How am I not subscribed to him? What the hell? Stupid ass YouTube. Oh yeah, there it is. 4006 TSW 40.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sweet looking little piece. I don't like I don't like that safety.
Don't like the slide mounted safety?
I don't like the flip up. I don't like them on the Beretta 92. I like to swipe down like a 1911. I don't like a safety that flips up for some reason. It's just because it's weird to me.
Well, you don't have to use a safety. It is a double action.
Oh yeah, I get it. I just I still carry safety on. I still carry with a safety, so
okay.
I don't get to carry as much as I would like to, and I'm actually it's because of my work pants. A lot of times I don't carry to and from. I have it with me, but I don't actually carry on person to and from work. I'll carry it in like my bag or something.
I've seen your videos. What are they like? Just kind of Dockers or?
Yeah, they're just. I mean, they're
scrubs.
Kind of like scrubs, right? Yeah, kind of
pajama bottoms.
Zubaz.
Yeah,
because you got a jacket or something over it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that. It's just that. I mean, the weight of a pistol would drag them down for sure. I wouldn't be able to. Maybe I'd be hanging ass out on the way to work. But I'm thinking about. I'm having. Once I get a little bit of money, because things have been really tight, I think I'm going to switch to. I'm going to look around and switch to some actual pants, like maybe from Dickies or something like that, that I can wear a belt and do all that kind of stuff. Just because, and
actual pants, some actual
The Dickies jeans are good.
Yeah. I've had a lot of guys that have worn the Dickies. They're super thick. They're real durable. They last a long time. My pants are nice and light and they're super comfortable. They're almost like wearing PJs.
Yeah.
But I get caught on stuff. The pockets get ripped out. They're just a pain in the butt. So I'm thinking about switching.
I'd say if you can wear jeans. Or at work, I don't know if you guys have a dress code or if it's just kind of one of those aggressive things. I would say try Dickies jeans first because they're work pants. That's like the same material that their shirts are made out of. It's that cotton nylon blend. Those get a little warm. So
yeah,
because they have the jeans and then the work pants, or you can try. I'm going to plug a company that's named for a town in my state, but not a Minnesota company. Check out Duluth Trading Company.
Yeah,
and either some of their fire hose flex jeans and that.
One of our dishwashers at work wears them, and I saw him like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, God damn, how do you like those? And they looked rugged as hell. He's like, man, I've had these jeans. He's like, I've had these for. I forget how long he said, like 3 years. He's like, they're really expensive. He's like, I would never buy them, but somebody bought them for him. I don't know if it was a Christmas thing or they gave him a gift card or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, dude, these are rugged as hell, man. He's like, they're awesome. So, yeah.
And there's two good bonuses to that. One, if you ever wear them out, as long as you keep your receipt, they'll take them back. They'll give you a new pair if you ever wear them out. And the second one is
I'll destroy the shit out of it.
The regular fire hose work jeans with like the cargo pockets and all that, your actual main pockets, they go up to like here on you, up to like your forearm. It's big enough to where I can throw my 5-inch end frame revolver in there and they disappear. Or it disappears into there.
Very nice.
I mean, granted, you can't put anything in your other pockets, but
they make some stuff like this too, where these this DeSantis bodyguard vest, it looks stupid, but it does have like little pants clips. So you could still wear your PJs. I don't know if I'd ever carry a gun with this particular vest, but they make other shoulder holsters you can get.
I had a shoulder holster for a while that I would wear to like the movies and stuff. That That's about the only time I wore it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I wore it for a little while. And it was a cheap one. It was, it wasn't expensive, and it ended up kind of wearing out. But yeah, it's just a little, it was a little awkward because it wasn't a really good one. I learned really quick that, if you get a shoulder holster, if you want to get a cheap one, get a really cheap one just to see just to practice maybe, or to, get used to doing it, or just to see if you really do want a shoulder holster. But if you do really want a shoulder holster, spend the money and buy a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
why
one
don't you
wasn't
just
that.
belly band it?
That works too.
Why don't you? Yeah, why don't you just get a belly band, dude?
Because then I got to buy 2 belly bands to put them together.
No, they make one for us big frame people.
Get a flashbang.
One of those La Femme Fatales or whatever.
Do they have instead of a flashbang, do they have like grundle bangs for guys? They tuck it under the old sack there.
I think in this gender fluid society of ours, they're not going to change the name. It's, oh yeah, I identify as a female. Why? Because I'm using a bra holster.
That's what we got to do. Is we got to send the guys out at SHOT Show, tell them they need to find us a Grundle Bang holster. Hashtag Grundle Bang.
From Underbang.
From Underbang. There you go.
Wait. Is that from the makers of the Thunderwear? For those of you who don't know what Thunderwear is out in the audience, it's basically a jock strap, except for where your dangly bits go. It's a holster for a firearm. So it's something that's like the Urban Carry, only it's a lot closer to some.
It's a lot more urban to your carry, huh?
What a Navy SEAL would. Yeah.
Moobs holster.
It's like the footsteps of a Navy SEAL. It's like the farts of a Navy SEAL. Squeak. Tactical fanny pack. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely ways to carry. It's just I need uniforms like I'm son of a bitch anyway. So.
Do you have a desk at home? If you had a desk,
yeah, kind of.
You could take the drawer out and take off that little slide and tape it to your arm like in Taxi Driver.
There you go.
Well, now I don't know if that would really work because Midnight, you were like what 3/4 sleeve shirts?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I wear
tape it up to your bicep.
There you go. Be like a transport. Yep. You know what? I mean, it's allowed. I'm allowed to do it. I have a scabbard for my shotgun. I might as well just start wearing a scabbard over my back like I'm fucking Highlander or something with a sword. I'll just walk to work with my shotty.
Well, you could save the money and get one of those shockwaves. As long as you don't conceal it, it doesn't redefine the purpose of it.
Hey, Midnight,
just get a mare's leg.
Midnight, I can't disagree. Do it. That's just me. Okay. I'm
mare's leg.
That.
They make a nice leather holster for those mare's legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a buddy that has one.
Is that like a drop leg?
Yep.
Yeah. Basically,
well, it's about the only way you're gonna get something that big in.
Yeah. Seven Wonders says he doesn't have that much extra room in the front of his pants. That's not what I hear.
Hey, so what about that bracket?
I was just going to say, so we want to do a bracket. So the bracket today is man, sorry, hold on a second, guys. Man. Courtesy of Mr. Patriot in the Dizark. Most notable, I guess we could call it most notable or most memorable restaurant scenes in movies. I thought that was kind of a neat topic. So he threw a couple in an email for me, and then I knocked out a couple more myself. And then the last few, I just Googled and found a couple. So most of them either he gave me or I came up with, or I thought about too. And then there's one or two that were like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Arctic Fire says skinny jeans. Yeah, we don't need that.
Gun Channels already has Ellis. We don't need another hipster.
Mm.
No, wait, I'm
Two
sorry.
Live Moose says Harry Met Sally. Yeah, that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So let me run down these, and we'll bang this out. I think we can probably bang this out pretty quick. Godfather, right? And the scene from The Godfather would be, I thought, unless somebody has a different one that I don't know about. Michael, so it's Pacino's character, shoots Solozzo in the restaurant. He goes into the bathroom, and the gun's up behind the tank for the toilet. When Harry Met Sally, right? Super memorable. Scarface, when he gets all coked up. He's like, okay, say goodbye to the bad guy. And he walks out. Say goodbye to the bad guy. I'll leave. Yeah. Which is like, you that's way more common in restaurants and bars than you think. People are like, oh, I'm the asshole? Okay. That's fitting. Animal House. We're going to consider the cafeteria a restaurant. So, the Animal House scene where he puts the mashed potatoes in his mouth and stuff. He's like, guess what I am? Goodfellas. There's a cool scene in Goodfellas. They walk in through the back door, and they go through the kitchen, into the dining room, and the waiter is carrying the table, and they put the table down for him. And what's kind of neat about that is at one point, that it's in a nightclub. At one point, that scene was the longest continuous shot scene ever done in a movie, because the camera follows them from outside all the way through the kitchen, all the way back the hallways into the dining room and sit down, all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Blues Brothers. I have two Blues Brothers on here. Okay. One of them is, I have them listed here. One of them is, number one is where they go to the fancy restaurant.
How much for the women?
Send me your women.
Yeah. Sell me your children. No, it's children. Sell me your children.
How much for the little girl?
So that's the first one. The second one, a little while down, is when they go to the diner, when Aretha Franklin ends up doing that song. The song Think. You better think. You better think.
I have some dry white toast.
Yeah.
Or fried chicken.
She's like, one of them wants one dry white toast. The other one wants full fried chickens and a Coke. And then he's like, Elwood, Jake. So that one, and that song is one of my favorite songs ever. That's a song that I actually hit play when I was looking up different songs. That was on there, and I was like, oh, and I hit play and I listened to it. Like I almost listened to it a third time. I listened to it like 2.5 times before I turned it off. It was like, I love that. That's a great song. Somebody said Pulp Fiction out there. I actually have two Pulp Fictions. One is the diner scene with the milkshake, $5 milkshake,
$20 milkshake.
And the other one is in the diner with the hold up. Right?
Bunny?
Yep, with Bunny. Christmas Story with the goose, right? That's a big one, right? Great Outdoors with the old 96er. You're not done yet, sir. There's still there's nothing left but fat and gristle. Lady and the Tramp, which I didn't even think about until I looked it up. I was like, oh yeah, Lady and the Tramp. That's a big one. Heat with De Niro and Pacino when they're in the diner. Anchorman. Mr. Burgundy, will you play us some Yaz flute? Reservoir Dogs with the tipping scene. That was another one. I was like, oh yeah. When Mr. Pink doesn't want to tip.
I don't tip.
Dumb and Dumber with Seabass.
Mr. Pink.
With Dumb and Dumber with the kick his ass Seabass scene where they put the chilies in the gas man's stuff, right? How they know I got heartburn? Pulp Fiction number 2, we talked about that. That was the diner one. And then Blues Brother number 2 is the four fries chicken and a Coke, or the toast and 4 fried chicken and a Coke. So I think we can knock this out, though. There's not a ton of us on the panel. We only got 6 people. So remember, Pfeiffer down there says, I thought those CHP guns were decocker only. It didn't look like it. Unless that safety was transferred or turned into a decocker somehow.
Yeah, actually,
which I guess it could have been
on the this side. Oh wait, I'm not screen sharing. Hold on. Screen share. Okay. Here we are. Actually, right on this side, all there is just like a little milled kind of cut out for a little plunger here. So all they have to do is either not have that plunger in or just not mill that little cutout. But
my buddy has one of those that's double action only.
Yeah.
It's just like there's a round thing there, and that's it. Like
that's the picture I wanted.
$33. $33 a month
with financing.
There you go.
Yeah, that's only for only the cost of a cup of vending machine coffee per day. You could put this poor neglected Smith & Wesson 4006 in a loving and caring home.
Just wait. One of these days, some asshole is going to finance a gun and go out and do something horrible with it, and then they won't be allowed to finance guns ever again. Well, look, he only had to pay $30, and he went out and blah, blah, blah with a gun. How's that possible?
Aren't they already trying to get rid of that through the data they had?
Who knows?
Didn't they have some data where they said that most of the mass shooters put the guns on credit cards? There's an article about it.
Yeah. Well, that's where they're trying to get the credit card companies involved too, like trying to shame them into changing their policies too. Like, oh, look what you allowed these guys to do.
And the credit cards are like, this is so much money. Like, we're not doing that.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's just you gotta have some sort of foresight to see, like, do you really want your credit card company to have to send you a list of things that you are and aren't allowed to buy with their cards? Like, is that what people want? Like, that's nuts. That's what it will turn into. It'll be like, well, okay, if you're not allowed to buy guns, then you're probably not allowed to buy ammo, and you're not allowed to buy this, and you're not allowed to buy that, and you're not allowed to buy, then you won't be allowed to buy cigarettes, then you won't be allowed to buy beer, then you won't be allowed to, you know what I mean?
Then you can't buy steak knives because they gotta have round.
Yeah, right. Knives, like, then you won't be able to, in New York, you won't be able to buy, in New York, you won't be able to buy large sodas with them because they're bad for you.
You won't be able to send money to Ron Popeil and get your Ginsu that'll cut through a brick and still slice the tomato so thin you'll see through it.
Son of a bitch, you don't take my ability to slice tomatoes and bricks out. That's bullshit.
Don't you dare take my Ginsu knives from me. Not 1 inch.
Oh, you won't be able to get a Amazon Prime or a Netflix. So much violent stuff on there. Oh wait, you'll be able to get Netflix for kids.
When the government decides to take over the banks, they'll just get rid of all GoFundMe and all that stuff altogether too. There'll be like a cast panel of like 5 people who you have to go make your case.
No. They won't get rid of GoFundMe or Kickstarter or Indiegogo. They'll slap a 25% tax on it right away. We're not going to get rid of it. We're going to try and squeeze this for as much money as possible before it dies.
Oh, speaking of squeezing tax money, the Chicago has had an amusement tax for a while now. Well, now they're hitting like Netflix and Hulu, and all the PlayStation stuff is getting hit with that, having to collect the amusement tax and giving it to Chicago.
An amusement tax.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what are you doing there? Oh, I'm just just having fun. Oh yeah, give me $5.
Where's my cut?
Cough it up, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, kid? I'm playing basketball in the park. $2. Cough it up.
Yep.
What the hell, man?
What are you doing in there in the dark, Jimmy? Nothing.
I saw him. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, son. That's $1.50.
Yeah. Yeah. He took an awful long shower there, Billy. Yeah, I was real dirty. That's gonna cost you $10, son. It's a lot of fun you were having there. I saw a meme the other day, and it was Kurt Russell, and he was like just had this big smile on his face, and he was like kind of pointing, and he's kind of had his big smile. And it said freedom, or what did he say? Something about freedom or free. And it said, "Ha, name one thing you can do that's fun that isn't taxed, regulated, or something else." I forget. And literally, it's true. Like it's true. You think about it. It's like, oh, I was a kid. I used to go fishing and be like, oh shit, I had to buy a fishing license. Like, oh, I used to love to ride my dirt bike. I'm like, yeah, that was taxed when you bought it. Nothing fun is free. All right, let's knock this sumbitch out. Patriots back. Anybody else wants to jump in? Come on in. Monkey Man, we'll start with you. Godfather, Harry Met Sally. Godfather is like I said, Michael shoots Salozzo. What are we going to call? What are we going to base this on? Are we going to base this on most notable, most memorable, which are kind of the same thing, or maybe most quotable? Which one would you guys think we should do?
I say just go just everyone goes with whichever one they like best.
Yeah, just for whatever reason. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So go ahead. Which one?
You can go with The Godfather.
The Bob father, huh?
Hey, I ain't Bob's father. I think
Bouger?
Bob's father was a meteorite that crashed into the Earth 65 million years ago.
If budget jumped in here, if anybody in the chat or the gun channels or in future listeners don't know nothing about no budget guns and gears reviews, you got to check him out. But Mike's got a great channel. Puts a lot of heart and soul into his videos, and I think he has a appropriate amount of emotion. I will say. I think when he gets fired up, I think it's valid, but he still stays real level headed. I like Mike's show a lot. I always listen to it. I wish he'd do it not on a Friday so I could jump in. Other than that, I guess it's tight.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'd try.
Yeah. Mike's show don't suck. Next. So, what do you think, Mike? Did you hear what we're doing? You know what's going on?
I came in just at the tail end of that, so I'm not sure.
Basically, we're talking about movies or restaurant scenes in movies and which ones we think are better, right? It can be better for whatever reason you think. Most memorable, most quotable, which is kind of a big thing, I think, with guys because we always like to quote movies. And we got 16 of them. Some of them are it's anywhere from Lady and the Tramp all the way up to Scarface, The Godfather, Heat, Dumb and Dumber, all sorts of different stuff. So Patriot suggested it's a pretty fun little topic. So Godfather scene is the one with Michael shoots Salozzo with the gun that's hidden in the bathroom.
Yeah.
At the restaurant. He whacks everybody there. And versus Harry Met Sally.
Oh, between the two of those, Godfather, no question.
Yeah.
No question whatsoever. That is iconic.
Mm-hmm. The Orange Man Cometh.
Well, if we're going with what's more memorable, to me, I'm going to say I'll have what she's having.
Right. Yeah. Patriot.
I still think drop the gun. Just straighten arm and drop it to the floor is probably the best. But yeah, I'll stick with that one. Although Sally Met Harry and whatever is pretty good.
Yeah. Roll call.
Godfather.
Rupin.
When Harry Met Sally.
I'm going to go When Harry Met Sally too, because I think it's just you hear about it more. I think it's one of those referenced more, but Godfather won. All right, I'll be first on this one. Scarface versus Animal House. Boy, that's about as different as it gets, huh? For me personally, it's gonna be I think the better one is Scarface. Maybe not most memorable to me, but the better one is Scarface. Rupan?
Animal House.
You're supposed to vote the same as I did. The next time you're getting kicked out. Roll call.
Scarface.
Snarface. Snarf. Patriot.
Although I can't count how many times I've said, "Hey, let's mess this food up so they can't use it again." I'm going to go with Starface. I mean, who doesn't do that? You got to mess it up.
Mad Crapper, you're up.
Food fight.
Toga. Toga.
Budget?
Got to be Animal House. It hits me where I live. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Banana Man? Animal House it is. All right. Banana Hammock, you're up first. Goodfellas versus Blues Brothers 1. Now, Goodfellas is the scene that I talked about when they're taking the table in. It's the long shot. And Blues Brothers #1 is which one? I have it written down here.
In the fancy restaurant where they're trying to get
the fancy restaurant. Yeah, with the shrimp cocktails and sell me your children. How much for the little girl?
Got to go with John Belushi again. Blues Brothers.
Yeah. Bouger.
Budget, I'm gonna have to go with Goodfellas. I can't do the Blues Brothers with this one, even though I want to. That's what my heart says, but no, my head says Goodfellas.
Yeah, the Goodfellas scene's really cool because he's like, it gives you that feel of like this dude's a big shot, right? This dude's got everybody's looking at him, everybody's getting out of his way, and everybody knows who he is. It's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Like if you ever do
that scene sets up so much.
Right. If you ever do a show and it's going to be like a fancy show, you make sure you introduce yourself as a bouger. That'll get you that respect that you need. Orange Man.
There's a guy that's coming from a place up there that's where they all sound kind of like this. I'm gonna go with the Blues Brothers.
Think about what you're gonna do to me. Hey, Patriot.
Now the Goodfellas scene. Now that was his first date with her, right? His wife. That wasn't the girlfriend scene.
It was
the first good date, anyway.
Right.
Yeah, but it was with his soon-to-be wife. Okay, it wasn't the girlfriend. So I'll go with the Blues Brothers.
Yeah. Ro?
Well, I used a Blues Brothers quote at work on people's family, so that's out of the question. And I used to have that same kind of respect when I was younger, so I'm going to have to go with Goodfellas.
Okay. Ruben?
The girls, your daughters. Sell them to me.
Blues Brothers. All right, I'm up. Pulp Fiction versus Christmas Story. The first Pulp Fiction one is the diner with the milkshakes and the dancing and all that garbage. Christmas Story. That's a huge one. Rupan?
Any of you fucking pricks move, and I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you.
That's wrong scene. That's wrong scene, bro.
One. We're talking about the one that with them on the date, kind of.
Oh, Jack Rabbit Slims. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Still going with Pulp Fiction.
All right, nothing wrong with that. Roll call.
Row.
No. La. Go to the kitchen, get the food. Patriot?
I was going to do that, but it's smiling at me.
It's smiling at me. Hack that bitch off. Fruitcake?
You're talking to me.
One.
Yeah,
No,
really.
yeah.
Which one? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Don't be a rectangle, man.
There you go. Yeah, don't be a rectangle. He stepped on it. He said, catch up. Yeah. Budget?
Christmas Story all the way.
Yeah, it's hard to deny that one, huh? Ape, what were you said?
This is kind of a tough one for me. One, I do not like Uma Thurman. But Christmas Story, I'm just not that big of a. Hold on, Obnoxious is trying to phone the mothership from orbit. Despite my dislike of Uma Thurman, I'll go with Pulp Fiction.
That's close.
Oh, and Gunpowder's out in the chat. Hi, Gunpowder.
Oh, hello. All right, The Great Outdoors with Mr. John Candy versus Lady and the Tramp. Ape, you're up.
Oh, crap. My finger slipped. Oh, I'm so sorry. My finger slipped.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't see nothing.
Yeah. Excuse me. Extra large throat punch for table Obnoxious 1. Those Great Outdoors and Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Candyman.
All right, nothing wrong with that. John Candy's one of the greats.
As he slowly walks off screen and his laptop lid slowly starts to fall closed.
Yeah. Boo. Going to get myself a drink.
Uh-oh. Is that one of Sarge's sodas?
Yeah, it is. I bought another one. Shit was good last week. This might be my Sunday thing now.
Uh-oh.
See how it is, though. He's out there at SHOT Show, and he forgot all about you.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's out there with the big shots. I'm like, oh, I'm hanging.
He's out there with Close and Gover.
Close and Glover with their new haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all.
Now, hold on. I think, to everyone out there in the Travi resistance, I think we have found their weakness. King Travi is weak to sweet tea. Mr. Midnight Range TM is weak to birch beer. So all we have to do is just cut off the world supply of sweet tea and birch beer, and we might be able to take back the planet.
Yep, you just leave a little trail. We'll follow it. We'll follow it anywhere.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, Sarge was on Instagram today. He was doing all that stuff, but nope. But it comes time for the show, he forgets all about us.
And I called in from space, and Sarge can't make it from Vegas.
Yeah, no shit, man. You call all the way from outer space in your space crapper, and nothing. This guy's a jerk, fascist pig.
Underpaid.
Yeah, I know. We don't get our Sunday fix of cops.
Yeah. Anyway, how are we supposed to make fun of cops if he ain't here? It's bullshit. They're probably out to dinner. Oh, G's buying us dinner. I'm so cool.
Probably hanging with Yankee.
Yeah.
No, Yankee didn't go.
Yeah, that's what he wants you to think.
He probably, you know what? He probably did. He probably flew over Vegas straight to Yankee's place. He's out there cuddling underneath the Sasquatch, making smooshy faces with him right now.
That's disturbing.
That's interesting. I just got a new subscriber called Fun Powder.
Fun Powder.
I wonder who the hell that could be.
I have no idea.
Fun Powder. I got one here that says throat punches are us 24/7.
And I go to Fun. It's I don't know. Oh yeah, it's
yeah, it's her.
I was like, well, maybe it's not.
No, it's her. Check the chat. It's her.
Mm-hmm. She didn't subscribe to me.
Oh.
She didn't subscribe to me either. I don't know why.
Ooh, I'm blown up here.
Yep, things are
3
getting
new subscribers. A couple new subscribers.
I got I actually in the last couple days I picked up like 5 new subscribers in like 2 or 3 days. That's really cool. Yeah. Why are you ignoring the greatness of the diner scene in Spaceballs? Oh yeah, with
hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Shit, son of a bitch! How did I miss? God damn it! We're gonna throw that in as a wild card.
This is where the TARDIS comes in and wins everything, right?
No, it's not where the TARDIS comes in. It's where the Slim Jim comes in.
If a Slim Jim would have jumped out of that guy's chest, I'd have skipped it right to the Final Four.
What's this chef's surprise?
All right.
Oh, not again.
Budget: Great Outdoors or Lady and the Tramp?
Well, you fellas might rescind my man card, but I'm going to say Lady and the Tramp. Got to.
All right. That's all right. Budget's trying to get laid. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not a damn thing wrong with that at all.
No.
Dogs.
Did you notice he said it just loud enough for his wife to hear?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, John Candy and steaks. Oh, that stuff sucks. I like Lady and the Tramp.
I think we have to pull Slim's card as well.
Slim, Lady and the Tramp. He's from Pennsylvania. What the hell? You can't trust that guy.
Yeah. A bunch of weird Amishist people.
Amishist? You're Amishist. That's what you are. You're Amishist. They made a movie about that, didn't they? That was Amistad. Same thing. Orangest man, citrus face.
I'm gonna go with the Great Outdoors.
The old 96er. Patriot?
Yeah, I don't really care for the cartoon, so Uncle Buck.
Man, Uncle Buck's such a good movie. It's such an awesome flick.
You got a quarter?
Yeah. Why don't you go downtown, have a rat gnaw that thing off your face. Best scene ever for a kid. And I love that the little kid, the little boy outside, he's like looking all like nervous, and he has a smile on his face when he tells her that. He's like, yeah, you tell her. that and the clown when he beats up the clown. What are you you've been drinking? You've been drinking a little bit? Yeah, what's it to you? Why don't you get back in your mouse and get the hell out of here? Punches him in the face. Caves in his nose. Roll call. Great Outdoors or Lady and the Tramp?
And the Gristle, too.
Rupan.
What does he say? What's your record for consecutive questions?
Yeah, it's from Uncle Buck. Yeah, he says like 37 or something like that. He's like a whole bunch.
Hey, I got a side question. Did the diner scene from Dork Thinks He's Gonna Jump Ship make it into this list? What's with the life preserver? Dork thinks he's gonna jump ship.
From what movie?
From Back to the Future 1.
Back to the Future.
I don't know. I think the one in Back 2 was a little more interesting.
Fair enough, but that was the first one that came to me. Dork thinks he's gonna jump or drown or something.
You have to use your hands. It's like a baby toy.
All right.
It was actually a young Elijah Wood.
Oh, yeah. You know, I saw something the other day with somebody, Steven Dorff. I was watching some movie with Steven Dorff's first movie, and I was like, holy shit. It's so weird when you see some of these people that you've...
Is that really short guy that plays golf?
Yeah, same guy. Yeah, that's his uncle.
Dorff?
Yeah. Yeah, that's his uncle. That's his big uncle. Steven Dorff's even shorter. Heat versus Anchorman. I'm going to go Anchorman. It's more quotable. Rupan?
I really like Heat, but I got to go with Anchorman for the same reason.
Yeah.
I love my hair is made of cotton candy guy though, but my hair is that was like 88. No, that was that newer 96 minutes or something that he was in. Yeah, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
Roll call.
Heat.
Patriot.
Yeah, I'm going with Heat.
Uh-oh. Things are getting tight. Citrus fruit.
I'll go with Anchorman.
Bouger.
I absolutely hate Will Ferrell. Can't stand him. Despise the very earth upon which he walks. So it's going to be Heat.
Well then, so much anger. Oh man.
No, it's more like disgust.
Jeez. You okay, buddy? You need a birch beer? All right, Monkey Man, it's up to you.
I'm going to say Anchorman just to piss off Budget.
If he would have went first, it would have been a clean sweep, except for him.
When Jack Black boots his dog off the bridge, that was just.
Oh man,
and he's crying in the thing. I could not stop laughing. That was so funny.
Oh yeah, how do you like this? Baxter, no.
And he calls the station, and he's crying so much he can't explain what happened.
He throws the burrito out the window, right? It's a burrito, isn't it, or something that he hits him with when he's driving?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
That was a dumbass movie, but it was great. I don't care what
the poop.
Ape, Reservoir Dogs, the tip scene versus Dumb and Dumber.
I got to go with Dumb and Dumber.
With the ketchup and mustard trying to cool their mouths off and stuff. That shit was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Budget?
Dumb and Dumber, all the way.
Orange Man?
I don't
Orange
tip.
Man coming?
I don't tip. I don't tip.
I knew you were an asshole.
Duh, it's not like I make it a secret.
Ugh. Patriot.
Well, since I got an argument today about tipping, I'll go with Reservoir Dogs.
Oh yeah, interesting. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, a little old lady said she doesn't tip.
Oh yeah.
That it's the restaurant's fault that they don't pay enough.
Oh. Well. next time she comes into the restaurant,
Yeah, okay.
when she makes a reservation, you say, I'm coming in for dinner, and I'm not going to tip. So I would like a server that is okay with that. And she can stand at the hostess stand until she dies and turns to cobwebs. Roll call. It's tied up.
Dogs.
Rupan?
You shoot me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize.
That Reservoir Dogs, right?
Oh, did you hear me? Yeah, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Definitely not Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I was going to say that to make sure.
I really like
Ramblers. Ramblers, let's get rambling. Boy. Right. Yeah, Reservoir Dogs takes it. Okay. Pulp Fiction #2 versus Blues Brothers #2. Blues Brothers #2 is the diner scene with Aretha Franklin. You better think. And Blues Brothers, Pulp Fiction #2 is the diner scene with Bunny. I'm going to execute every last one of you motherfuckers. Or every last motherfucking one of you, right? Motherfucking one of you. All right. I got to go with Blues Brothers. That's my jam. Rupan, I think I know where you're going on this one.
Pulp.
Roll call.
It's the Wallace's bad motherfucker.
What is that bad motherfucker on it? Patriot?
Yeah, we're gonna go with Blues Brothers.
See, that's why I like you. You got good taste.
That was a better movie.
Mm-hmm. Orange head.
Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper.
Sorry I burped over you, but I wanted to hear something a little more interesting.
You will know my name is the Lord.
You will know my name is the fruit.
Upon thee.
Hashtag no hot fruit.
No hot fruit.
Hot fruit ain't dessert. Budget, what does your wife want you to tell me?
I don't know. I'm not asking her.
Oh snap. This guy took the leash off.
Pulp Fiction, gotta be.
Okay. Pulp Fiction wins. You guys are all fucking wrong. But I gotta let it go through. Because we're fair here. Okay. Abe, you're up first. Godfather versus Animal House.
Gonna have to go with Godfather.
The Bob Father, heard that. Budget?
Fob Mother.
The Fob Mother.
Godfather all the way. It's definitely an iconic scene.
Chicken Fucker? You're up next.
Curry left.
Oh. I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to the orange guy.
Wouldn't that be Orange Fucker?
Yeah, really?
Or Tree Fucker?
I got standards. What are we on here? What do we got? What are our choices?
Godfather, Animal House.
Oh, Godfather, Animal House. I'm going to go with Animal House.
Patriot?
Well, I still check behind every toilet. So, Godfather.
Just to make sure there's no firearms back here?
I
was hoping for a free one.
No kidding.
Hoping for a free sky.
But you gotta really look hard to find those ones that get those high tanks like that, though.
Like, ooh, complimentary. Nice.
Oh, hell yeah. Fresh warm towels in a high point 40.
Nice.
Nice.
Roll call.
The Godfather.
Roll call's dying on us. Sound like the dog snoring. Rupan.
Animal House.
Animal House. I would have said Animal House too, I think. But The Godfather took it. All right. Ooh. Blues Brothers.
Uh-oh.
He's here.
Oh, look at this guy.
One man, one way. Vegas.
Everybody slow back. Everybody slow down to 55.
Am I being detained?
Be cool,
I'm a
guys.
sovereign
Be cool.
citizen.
Road Pirates.
Everybody just be cool.
He didn't want to pay for his dinner, so they kicked him out.
I'm not speeding. I'm traveling.
Friggin' dine and dash with that mustache. Dine and dashing with the stash.
Excuse me, sir. There's a severed finger in my steak.
With all the wind resistance of that mustache, you'd never get up to 88 miles an hour in a DeLorean. You'd never be able to go back in time.
He heard someone was drinking a birch beer, so he had to hop in.
Yeah, he heard me open a goddamn birch beer. He ran outside quick. Oh, you can win instantly? Well, shit, stop there.
Look at him. Is he just blowing through red lights?
There's no red lights in Vegas.
He's got his arm hanging out there with his badge. I'm just
Red light.
Turn signals. Who needs them?
You should go to Vegas. Look at all those orange lights. Who's driving there? He's in the back of a. He's in the back of a cop car. He got arrested.
Is your Uber driver pissed?
Yeah, I'm not driving.
Uber driver pissed?
He 100% pulled his wiener out at the restaurant again.
He's like, "Sir, can you grill this just so lights here?"
This chicken is fantastic.
No. You see what happened is he smartened up. He didn't do a hot dog. He went, "Sir, can you make me a Slim Jim grilled sandwich?"
I'll have what the guy on the floor is having.
Is this our substitute for cops this weekend?
Yeah.
Bad Surge.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Hey, we just got done leaving the Gun Channel's dinner.
You got done leaving it, or you got done with dinner and you left?
We just got done with dinner, and we're heading back to the house now.
Well, who's in the car with you? Just you?
It's me and Mrs. Sarge.
Hi, Mrs. Sarge.
Oh, put her on. I would like to talk to Mrs. Sarge.
Yeah, we'd like to talk to her.
I have a few questions for this young lady.
Oh boy.
You're not being detained, man. We just want to ask you some questions.
Are you being held against your will?
Blink twice.
Blink twice.
Poke
Flash
Sarge
the
in the
high
eye.
beams, three slime slowly.
Sneeze mustache.
When Sarge gets out of the shower, how many hours does it take for him to blow dry his mustache?
Well, I want to know how much fertilizer he needs to put on that on a daily basis to keep it so thick and bushy. Is he using Gizzard brand chicken manure?
No, it's just naturally that bushy.
Does he lose his kids in there?
Every once in a while.
When it snows, and you can't find your snow brush for your car, does he just use his face?
See the abuse I put up with?
She's gonna get back to the hotel and she's like, "These are the guys you're hanging out with?"
It's not the abuse you put up with; it's the bullshit we can get away with.
Now I know why he laughs so loud when he's talking to you guys and wakes me up in the middle of the night.
Is it true that his mustache is actually normal size? It's his head that's so huge.
Yes.
No, it says it's so small in comparison to the mustache.
Right. It's all relative. It's all relative, but yeah.
I'd make him right in the back seat as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have to wear a 2XL hat. I have to custom order these things.
Oh, look at me. I'm so cool. My head's big. But,
I don't know if "so cool" would be the right word for it.
Well, you got all that extra space up there for the heat to escape.
That's true. Yeah, you're like your own radiator. It's like they have to pay extra to put fluted barrels on rifles. You know, you're good.
Well, I just want to let you know that G is real. He exists.
Shit.
Yeah, so you say.
We don't care if G we don't care if G is real or not. Is Mello real?
Is who?
Mello. Marshmallow. White Husky.
The
thing that's about knee high, it's all white and furry, blue eyes, looks at you like it's a cat.
Oh, we met inside. I didn't go out to the van.
Sarge, Two Live Moo
find out when we go to
has
the
Two Live Moo has a question in the chat for you, Sarge.
For Mrs. Sarge, maybe.
Two Live Moo wants to know. Two Live Moo wants to know.
Dude, that's too far. That's too far.
Two Live Moo wants to know, when you motorboat Mrs. Sarge, does it leave a rug burn?
No comment.
Wait, it's not. Does it leave a rug burn? It's does it tangle?
Hey, there's a 7-Eleven.
He gets dreads in his mustache.
Watch out! We may see a crime right here.
Yeah, Sarge might just reach for my camera and punch me.
All right. Okay, let's. Now, Sarge is here. We can get him in on this action. So we're looking at. We're down to Blues Brothers and Christmas Story. Blues Brothers is the Aretha Franklin one.
What's the question?
It's the panel. It's a bracket. It's the most memorable restaurant movie scenes. So it's Blues Brothers when they're in the diner with Aretha Franklin. You know, when they show up to get the guys for the band.
Well,
versus A Christmas Story.
Scenes, but that one is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you why. Because everyone in the movie could lip sync their lines, because that's the best musical of all time, except for Aretha Franklin and James Brown. And they couldn't do it. And they had to record their vocals to the played back music because they couldn't do the same thing twice. Yeah.
It was that everyone would be singing, be able to do multiple takes, but every time Aretha would sing, it'd be different. So they couldn't like edit it together.
James Brown too.
So that versus A Christmas Story, which one's the best restaurant scene? Did you answer me, Sarge?
I'm voting Blues Brothers.
Oh, Blues Brothers. Okay. Rupan.
Blues Brothers.
Roll call.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Patriot.
Blues Brothers.
Mad Crapper.
Well, just for Sarge, I'm going to say I want some dry white toast.
There you go. That's probably what he ate for dinner tonight.
I had 4 whole chickens and a Coke.
I could see him walking into the restaurant and sitting down, being like, I'll have 1 slice of dry white toast. I'm a cop. And he'd be like, yeah, sir, we saw the mustache coming. Budget?
Well, now, the mustache would serve equally well to soak up all that fried chicken grease.
I got to go with, I know I'm on the losing side, but I got to go with Christmas Story.
Ape?
I got 2 honkies out there dressed like ascetic diamond merchants.
2 honkies. Jake! Elwood!
Elwood. Blues Brothers.
All right. Ape, The Great Outdoors versus Anchorman.
Gonna go with Anchorman.
Budget?
shouldn't be too hard to figure my answer out. Great Outdoors.
I would have sworn he was going to go with Anchorman.
Yeah. Really thought he would have caved to peer pressure.
Nope. Citrus.
I got to go with Anchorman.
Patriot.
I'm still with Uncle Buck.
Mm-hmm. Roll call.
As a side note, he was in Spaceballs too.
That's true. He was Mog. He was his own best friend.
Half man, half dog.
Roll call.
Go find yourself a spin cycle.
And Rupan.
Anchorman.
Sarge.
I'm going Great Outdoors.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call. Which one did you vote for?
Great Outdoors.
Oh, yeah. Man, I got to go with Anchorman. So, and I love the Great Outdoors, but I'm going to go Anchorman. That ties it up. We're going to go to the chat.
Go to Gun Channel Chat.
Oh, Sarge, by the way, down in the Gun Channel's chat, Dead Horse wanted to let you know something. He said, it's Vegas. There are 10,000 women who will be your wife for the weekend. So, just let you know.
Yeah, but they're a lot more expensive. Okay, DT Pfeiffer says Great Outdoors.
There you go.
We're on the Gun Channel side.
I think Gun Channels are going to count for 2 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's 2 for the Great Outdoors. Got a Great Outdoors, got an Anchorman, we got a Great Outdoors on the YouTube. Anchorman.
Mm-hmm. Great Outdoors. So 2, 3, 4.
It's 5 to 2 so far.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Great Outdoors.
It's a fair
call. I'm up first. Reservoir Dogs versus Pulp Fiction.
Which Pulp Fiction scene is this? Which one was
the
it?
diner.
Which diner?
Are we talking the $20 milkshake, or are we talking the bunny?
The bunny.
Honey bunny.
Oh, yes.
Boy, this is a tough one. Similar movies.
What was the first one?
Reservoir Dogs, the tipping.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they're both Tarantino jobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Pulp Fiction. Sargentron? Sargemus? He might be gone.
Must be consulting with
maybe
Sarge.
Maybe the Uber driver left those 2 crazy kids in the backseat alone for a little while. I don't know. We'll come back to them.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Definitely Pulp Fiction, because I like the Tarantino movies, but I don't like him when he's in his movies. I don't know. I don't really like him in that scene. I don't know. I think it sucks in that scene. I mean, the coffee scene's funny from Pulp Fiction, but
yeah, he's a weird neurotic actor. If he plays the right part, it's great. Like when he plays the homeowner in Pulp Fiction, he's supposed to be like a weird kind of antsy guy, I guess. So I can get it there, but yeah, sometimes it's weird. Roll call.
Pulp Fiction, I guess. I mean, that show sucks, but better than the other one.
Patriot.
Reservoir Dogs. Better movie.
Obnoxious.
Jules, if you give him $3,000, I will shoot him on principle.
About $3,000 there. Budget.
Fucker, you stole the quote. And it's actually, Jules, you give that fucking Nimrod $1,500, I'll shoot him on general principle.
Yeah,
so there.
Ooh la la, someone's going to play in college.
Excusez-moi, Bouger.
Bouger. Aper.
Pulp Fiction. 9mm.
Whoops the shit out of everybody.
Why do I gotta be Mr. Pink?
Why do I gotta be Mr. Pink? Okay. Ape, you're up first. Godfather versus Blues Brothers. Diner scene for the Blues Brothers. Aretha Franklin.
You have to give it to Blues Brothers.
Yeah. Budget.
Gonna stick true to my guns. Godfather.
To your hidden toilet guns.
That's
Obnoxious.
right.
Still going with the dry white toast.
Wants 2 pieces of white bread, white toast. Patriot.
Still gotta stick with Michael. He was in the Marines too. So after that, of course.
Roll call.
I left an upper tanker in a house, so I'm going to stick with the Godfather.
Did you really do that?
You're fucking right, I did, man. Dude was an asshole, crashed his party, and I took a big shit right in the tank, man. Hey.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
Hey.
I love it, man.
That's what they said when that's what they said when they opened up the tank. They're like, Jesus, what an asshole in this kid.
Why is this kid asshole so loose? It looks like everything just fell out at once.
Yeah.
What are you kids getting up to in the bathrooms?
Brutal. You're a horrible person. Rupan.
Thank you. I try.
Blues Brothers.
C4, are you still there? You done yet? Yeah, it must be a record.
He's at the chapel. They're getting married now.
He's trying to make another kid. I am going to say
one
Blues
of them
Brothers.
Vegas wife.
I'm going to say Blues Brothers. If he shows back up, we'll change it. If not, Blues Brothers stays. Okay, here we go. We got a 3-way on this one. Maybe Sarge is too. We don't know. But The Great Outdoors, Pulp Fiction, Spaceballs. Man, this is tough. Boy, I don't know. Rupan, you want to go first? I think I need a minute to figure this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction because I've seen it too many times.
I'm gonna do Spaceballs. Screw it. Roll call.
Is this the one where the wild card's in there?
Spaceballs, yeah.
No, I'm just gonna go with The Great Outdoors, even though the Spaceballs was a good movie. But you can't beat a bald-butted bear, man.
Yeah, that's right. Bjorp, 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 as he goes running away. Patriot?
I'm going to go for the John Candy movie.
Okay.
Which one?
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah.
Spaceballs.
Great. Now I put a mark on the paper. We're done.
I put a mark on the paper. I got no eraser. What the hell? This cactus shit.
Obnoxious?
I've been trying, Ringo. I've been trying real hard.
Real hard. Budget?
Which Pulp Fiction scene is this?
The one with Honey Bunny.
Oh, shit.
Indeed.
That's a tough. That is a.
That's
tough
what. That's what roll call. That's what they said when roll call got done in that with the upper decker. They opened it up and they're like, "Oh, why is this not flushing right?"
That's a tough one.
I'm gonna Pulp Fiction on this one.
I could see somebody's dad yelling, "Who put a football in the toilet?"
Who the fuck ate those lawn clippings?
Pulp Fiction or Dad?
Yep.
Ape?
Spaceballs.
Oh shit, we got a tie.
3-way tie.
No, 2-way. That would be funny though. I don't know how you're gonna get a 3-way tie with this number of people, but Pulp Fiction versus Spaceballs. All right, Gun Channel's chat counts for 2. And we'll say go. Spaceballs versus Pulp Fiction. Spaceballs scene is the one with the chest, the chest guy. And the Pulp Fiction is the one with Honey Bunny. And the one that says bad motherfucker on it. Oh, Spaceballs, Pulp Fiction, Spaceballs, Pulp Fiction.
Patriot, you're already in the chat. You've casted your vote.
You son of a bitch. You cheating bastard.
He's double dipping.
He's double dipping.
The chip. Pulp
That
Fiction.
son of a bitch. That son of a bitch is
If
double
they're stuck
dipping.
together, it's just one chip. Jesus.
That's the
Spaceballs
nachos.
on
It counts as one
Gun
chip.
Channels.
It counts as one chip. Pfeiffer says Spaceballs down there, so that's 2.
5, 6.
Dead Horse said, that's 4. Boy, Spaceballs is going to run away from this one. John Z says Vag. Okay.
That's valid.
I'm sorry. We do not have a vegetarian option in this.
That's valid.
Oh, hi. By the way, hi, John. Fuck.
Badge balls. John, usually you have one or the other, not both.
Swartz?
Apparently he's an omnivore.
Yeah, you got to go for the wild card. So
I see your Schwartz is bigger than mine.
So Spaceballs. 1, 2, 3,
2, 4.
4. Pulp Fiction ain't gonna get that many.
We should probably watch the repeat.
Eh?
The repeat by Pete?
The replay.
Yeah, it's like 4 to, yeah. All right, Spaceballs goes on. The wild card takes it.
Mm-hmm. Just like Slim Jim, the TARDIS, and Bullet T. Justice.
I'll tell you what. Blues Brothers moves on because Sarge never came back either. Wow. Final round. Blues Brothers. Spaceballs. Best restaurant movie scene. Who's first? Who went first on that one?
Who?
I did? Okay. So I got to go first. So you're first then, Abe.
So it's Blues Brothers, Aretha Franklin versus Spaceballs.
Think about what you're trying to do to me. Hey, think. Let yourself be free.
Aretha Franklin, you ain't. But I'll still vote for her.
All right. Freedom. Do. Budget?
I'd like to say that this is a travesty that it is not Godfather versus Pulp Fiction. That being said, May the Schwartz be with yous.
May the Schwartz be with you. Merchandising.
Spaceballs, the comic book. Spaceballs, the flamethrower. Kids love
Spaceballs, the
these.
toilet paper. Mad Crapper, what you got going on there?
I'm with budget. This is just a travesty, and I give my vote to the audience.
Oh snap!
Oh, great!
I refuse to participate in this.
Good. I wish you would have done that from the very beginning. Then we don't have to worry about it. Next time you're going to refuse to participate, don't even use the link, huh?
I'll take it under advisement.
YP says, "Why isn't Clerks 2 on this list?" Because I didn't put it on the list. I don't know.
There's a second Clerks.
Ooh. Oh, look at Psycho going on both. Look at this guy. Holy smokes!
Baseball.
This guy really likes balls.
Balls.
Blues
He has a lot of
Brothers,
balls.
Balls.
Bulls.
This guy likes balls.
Big hairy bulls in space.
Oh shit, man! Spaceballs got 5 already.
Mm-hmm. No one needs to know that, Psycho. Whatever you and your left hand do in the privacy of your own room is none of our business.
I don't think Blues Brothers is coming back. I think Spaceballs going to take it. Yeah, Spaceballs. Spaceballs wins. I think you all are wrong. I think you're wrong. I think it's Blues Brothers. I think that scene's. I think it's the best. You go watch those 2 songs. You go watch those 2 scenes back to back, and you tell me that Blues Brothers scene isn't better. Makes you move, makes you dance, makes you sing.
The public
Spaceballs just makes you want to eat soup. Space soup. What's the space soup? Check, please.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl.
Check, please.
Are we going to finish?
We're done. That's it.
Oh,
no, that's right.
That was Barbarella.
Gizzard.
No,
shit.
No.
I forgot that was not.
It wasn't the tiebreaker.
I'm so used to having that be the tiebreaker. That'd be the end of it or whatever. So Patriot.
I would say the best restaurant scene is Monty Python, The Life of Brian. I can't eat another morsel.
Yeah.
It explodes.
A wafer. It's wafer thin. It's so thin. It's like a wafer.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Spaceballs too. Since Godfather's not on there.
People, something wrong with you people.
Yeah, we're on this panel.
Yeah, that's true. Roll call.
What are the choices?
Blues Brothers, Spaceballs. Blues Brothers is the Aretha Franklin scene. Spaceballs is the chest jumper, whatever. What do they call that?
Chest burst.
Chest burster. Yeah.
I'll go with the Blues Brothers. I'm gonna make you happy, buddy.
Because when they have the grab on your face, it's a face hugger, but I can't remember what it's called.
Flying
exactly
vagina.
When it comes out of do. Rupan?
Yeah, boy. Spaceballs.
You suck. Miserable. Screwed it all up. If Sarge was here, if Sarge would get off his ass and get in here, we would have a tie. But then Spaceballs would win again because we'd have to go to the panel again. Jerks. I'm going to go Blues Brothers. My count votes is 3, so Blues Brothers wins. Awesome.
What about, can we do an honorable mention for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom?
Ooh, monkey brains.
No,
we got no brains.
where they're trying to get the diamond, and it's going in the champagne and the ice.
The stones, Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones. No time for love, Dr. Jones. All right. So it's cool. We've established that the Aretha Franklin Blues Brothers scene is the best restaurant scene in any movie ever. I appreciate you guys helping me out with
that this contest was fixed from the beginning.
Huh? What are you talking about?
If your vote counts as 3, we've established that this is fixed from the beginning.
We haven't
It's the Russians. We
didn't establish nothing. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Is that might not even be you, Budget? We don't know. I can't see you.
We need picture of you with newspaper and pistol. Today's paper.
Did you ever check the scene from Son of a Woman?
Oh snap! He turned on the camera. Of course, he forgot to turn on his mic.
Well, now
turned on the camera. He's reading you the riot act, and he's muted. Give him hell, Budget.
Oh, that could just be a Skynet rendered computer hollow thingamajig matrix right there.
Skynet.
They're not going to spend that much money on me, dude. This is budget guns and gear reviews. Come on.
Well, it's budget guns and gears. You spend so much money making yourself look like a person.
That don't even look like Ohio back there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at it all.
My God. This isn't a person. It's a puppet it's a puppet for a dog that's been rigged up to be used by a cat.
I can't see anything behind him. There's nothing behind him. What are you talking about?
The top of his head's gone. The camera's working too good.
I can't see anything behind him, and his head's there's only like half his head.
You weren't here earlier when Obnoxious got up and his whole he started to fade into a non-existence. He stepped into a wormhole. Wormhole or something.
He was pushing too hard. He just shit himself into oblivion.
The mad crapper strikes again.
Help! It's a black hole.
Yeah, generally that happens when you push that hard. It turns into a black hole.
Hey, I haven't
anyhow.
I haven't heard Obnoxious for a couple of days. Where's he been? Oh man, he shot himself into space, tried to take a dump in a wormhole, and got sucked into a parallel universe.
Where the closure was actually good.
Yeah, it happens. Alternate universes. Bizarro Orange Man.
Hey, did you guys like falling down?
Oh yeah, the
movie's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Russell? No, not Kurt Russell. Kirk Douglas.
It's not really I guess it's a diner. It's like a fast food joint.
Yeah.
Didn't they shoot that where you work?
Yeah. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you get those waffles and they're cold, man. People freak out.
Damn right.
They get really pissed if the butter and the syrup have turned them into an icky paste. They want them just at that right moment where they're still crisp.
No, that's the way to. That's a good secret for breakfast stuff. Is you warm up that syrup and then you just whisk in the butter. You make butter syrup.
Yep.
That shit's no joke.
Like, no, I don't need the waffles. Just give me an IV.
Seven Wonders says, "Damn, half of my Patreon channels are here. What does that mean? That means you have really low standards for who you help out."
No, it means that you know a lot of people on YouTube who will do something for $1.
That's right. Dance, monkey, dance.
No, I got drunk last night.
Can I see the blood moon from your house?
I think that's been over for like an hour already. Well, you know, if you plug your nose and then blow real hard and burst a capillary and look at the moon, it might look a little bloody.
Mm-hmm. Put ketchup in my eye.
Little sriracha.
Ugh, yeah. I'll tell you what. If you've worked in a kitchen, you've done dumb shit like that, man. Like a lot of if you take something out of the cooler, right, and it it comes out cold. You can do this at the house. Like if you ever take ketchup out of the cooler or your refrigerator, put it on the counter. When you open it up after it's warm, it'll pop. Burp. You know what I mean? Like, done that shit with sriracha before. We take it out and it's got the screw top. Put it down and go to unscrew it, and oh man.
Well, hold on. What are you doing to these bottles to get them so excited that they blow a load?
That's how excited they are to be in the food.
I think you're doing a little more manual exciting than you're wanting to let on. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to shake the sriracha.
Just screwing that top,
That would explain what all those dried white chunks on the aprons are.
Happens. Speaking of apron.
Uh-oh.
Tactical apron.
Now, does it hold a trauma plate?
It has, no, it doesn't, but it has a bunch of Molly, and it has like pouches in it.
Pouches inside pouches?
Yeah, and you can get it all hooked up with like this little guy's for like, it looks like a mag, a mag pouch, but it's for like salt. And there's another one for pepper.
So, and it's an assault pack.
Yeah. Yeah, a salt pack instead of an assault pack.
Psycho 316 on the YouTube chat says MidnightRangeTM is a fluffer for his restaurant's condiment bottles.
Gotta make that monies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the downside of this thing, and I gotta fix. I know what I gotta do, but
lose weight.
It's actually here. It has patches. I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
He stopped real quick.
You didn't want to hear that one.
I just heard budget laugh, so I figured it was funny. What did you say?
Lose weight.
Yeah, that helps too. It's got so I can throw patches on it. The only thing that's weird is it's opposite. It's wrong. It's weird. Like the patch has the soft side, and the garment has the thing. So I bought some Velcro tape. I'm gonna have to like tape and then stick the same tape on to reverse it. So that's a little bit weird.
Be able to pull the stitching out of the panel.
Huh?
You said you were gonna be.
Yeah, but then I'd have to have somebody stitch a new Velcro on it. I'm not gonna.
No, you can just use a sticky then. Sticky and super glue.
Oh, that's true. I guess I could do that. But then I won't be able to stick that
salt and pepper vest.
A salt and pepper vest. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you get a.
Where can you get one? That's from Amazon.
You get an actual flashlight pack, and it'd be an assault and battery vest.
There you go. So I have like I said, I have an old shoulder holster that is that kind of material, like nylon material. It's like a Black Hawk or something shitty that I bought at a gun show. I gotta go dig that up and see if I can figure out how to work it onto this thing, because that would be awesome to be able to rig that up and then have a pistol tucked under there too. That'd be neat. Oh, G-Web's just liked an Instagram photo. He's alive.
He exists.
Dead Horse says, Michael Douglas picked his own hair, glasses, and clothes, etc., and tons of lines were improv and falling down. I think he does that in a lot of his movies. I've heard that with other movies with him, that he does a lot of improv too. Assault and pepper vest. Yeah. Oh, that was pretty fun. I thought that thing was pretty cool. My wife got me that for Christmas. We didn't really. Nice. I didn't know she even got me anything because, like I said earlier, money's a little bit tight for right now. So hopefully next month's a little bit better. We're gonna do something. I'm gonna do something for her. But she was able to.
You're gonna move out.
Swing it. Yeah. I'm gonna go move in. I'm gonna move in with one of you guys for a couple of months.
Gonna move it with Sarge.
Yeah.
The way he disappeared, it looks like he might have some room.
Oh, look, there he's back.
He got some swag.
Oh, he couldn't be bothered to come vote, but look at all the cool shit that I got.
Stuff I got.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me.
I got the 5th generation SHOT Show cards.
Look. He dug them out of the trash, the C4 ones.
Hey, do you have any idea how many Bazooka Joes he had to chew through to get more than one Sarge card?
Yeah, I know, right? Pink Panther cards.
I think Midnight, you have a request from Kinky Sphincter.
Spank me. I'm good. There you go. There's a pancakes patch. There's a gizwop.
Pancake.
Making bacon pancake. You think of bacon and you put it in a pancake.
Hey, there's the best one.
Bouger. There's your Bouger card. There's a Patriot card. Look at that.
Fancy.
Oh, there's Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Mafia, I guess, right?
Muscle Dog Mafia.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chair is against the wall. Repeat, the chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache.
That's a cool deck.
Wolverine.
There you go.
Dog sandwich.
I gotta ask G. I gotta seriously ask him if he's gonna do. Holy smokes! Look at that guy.
Ah, ugly. Oh, it's Sarge.
There comes the birch beer. I gotta see.
The thing is, these probably all fell out of his mustache.
Yeah.
Well, money's a little tight.
They all flew all over the room.
Money's a little tight. He had to rent out some storage space in his nose, so the only place left for him to carry him was in his mustache.
Yeah. Sarge has a long mustache. This is Radio Free America.
Tangled. Send clippers.
This is Radio Free America.
Mm-hmm. This is Radio Free Slim Jim Sandwich.
Yeah. But I gotta. I'm hoping for 2 patches in the next couple of months. One is a hot dog sandwich patch, of which I would like to prototype, because now I'm kind of addicted to prototype patches. Even though they're not the regular PVC, like all nice and perfect and all that kind of stuff. I like the ones that G makes, the ones that are, maybe a little different or not quite right, or, first runs. Yeah. Like they're not perfect, maybe. I think that
special patches for a special guy.
That's right. And I want him. I keep bugging him to do the bunny patch, the AK bunny patch.
The AK April.
Yeah, the AK April, the pink AK. And if you guys have never seen it, Patriot has one.
Oh,
Patriot has one. And I know I don't know if you can see it on his channel at all. I don't know if he's ever shown it, but that's one of the coolest patches ever. It's a little Easter bunny. Is it?
Yeah.
It's a little pink Easter bunny running and jumping like all happy, and he's got an AK in one of his hands. And it's from AK April. It's for AK April. So I'm hoping that this April he does a run of those and I can pick some up. I think they'd be really popular. I think people would like those. I know it's been a while. I think it's been a while since he's done them, and I had a chance to get one on the Daily Gun Show when they were doing
the tactical quiz.
Yeah, the tactical quiz, and I just never was able to get it. So yeah, that'll be cool. Jorge says G-Webs needs to make more patches, and the Wolverine patch. I would buy that one. What, the Wolverine one, like that Sarge just showed, the one with actual, like the X-Men Wolverine?
I think that might have been a
There's
limited
a lot of
time
those
thing.
Yeah, probably. But there's a lot of those floating around. I'm sure you can get a hold of somebody that has one. Oh, I was just going to say, did you ever order? Jorge said he did got his first order from Gear Websites. So yeah, man, you order a couple times. That's what I've got, a couple of duplicate patches now. And once I get a PO box, I'm hoping to get a PO box set up, and then I will be more than willing to trade some patches with people if they're interested. So, and I think I have 2 of those. So Jorge, if you're next month, if I get set up and you want to trade patches, you got an extra one, I'll even sign it for you, make it awesome cool. I'll sign that patch and mail it to you.
I wonder if Sarge got my autograph.
What's your autograph? What do you mean? Did he notice you took a dump in his tank?
No, I told him he had to get me an autograph. I think that's going to be my thing. Whoever goes to SHOT Show every year is going to get me an autograph.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying he got your autograph on those restraining order papers.
You've been served.
You've been served, fool. Yankees kitty with a gun tee.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. It's so cute, but it's trying to kill me, which all cats will do.
That and his Mavis one. His Mavis one is good.
Tactical.
Kinky says, sign my butt cheek. If you mail me your butt cheek, Kinky, I'll sign it.
But if it's like rotten and all kind of tore up and bloody, no, it has to be cleanly severed and properly packaged for FDA approval.
Right. In a cooler box and stuff. Like they'd send like a kidney or something.
Yeah, just go down to Walmart, get yourself a couple blocks of dry ice, a styrofoam party cooler. You're good to go. Just don't put biohazard material on there.
He said he'll drive there.
The office get really freaked out.
Yeah, I have a couple of the pistol, the revolver patches too, Jorge. There's a lot of those floating around. If you want one of those, that one's an easy one to get from somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a 1911 like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's never done one.
I asked about it, then he was thinking I was talking about the Daily Gun Show. I guess that's
Yeah, it's the business end of 1911.
Yeah.
Well, Al Midnight, you need to try and get your wife to be on your show more often, so he has to do a 9mm patch.
Yeah.
He doesn't like 9mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent her a link to most of the chats, to all the chats lately, to my show anyway. I mean,
Midnight,
just,
I hate to be the one to break this to you, but she's sleeping with another man.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, granted, he's like knee high, but
he's more than knee high now. I'll tell you.
Well, not everyone is as short as you are.
Hey,
she's sleeping with ghosts.
We had a big day yesterday while I was at work, but they had a big day yesterday. He started standing up, peeing in the potty. We're very excited. He's doing a good job. He's peed in the potty a bunch of times today.
Did he hit it every time?
Yeah, because we're helping him. You know what I mean? Stand like this, and do this, that, and the other thing.
Stand like this. If you do it more, if you shake it more than 3 times, it's playing with yourself, and baby Jesus will come down and kick you in the nuts.
Yeah, but it's funny. He's still wearing pull-ups, but yeah, my brother-in-law and my mother-in-law were here, and we were like, well, let's go try and pee. You kind of try and get on a schedule like every hour or something. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I sent you a link to that picture of it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Well, I'd like to say congratulations, Obnoxious. You should throw Cheerios in the toilet too, so he can hit the.
Yeah, well, they put a sticker there too. Sometimes he's not quite tall enough for that yet on ours, but it's funny because we went in to pee and he peed in the potty, and you get so excited, and everybody you got to make a big deal out of it, And he came running out of the bathroom, Porky Pigging it today. I peed in the potty. I peed in the potty. Yeah,
that's great, son.
Like,
Wipe your ass.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Yay!" You know, everybody's excited for him.
And you're like,
I thought of you guys. I was like, "Oh, he's Porky Pigging it."
Well, now you just need to tell him, son, the day you get married, I'm going to be telling all of your friends and everyone in my acceptance speech. Yeah, I remember. It seemed just like yesterday when we were potty training him. He came out of the bathroom, pork and pigging, and saying, I peed.
Yeah.
I'll teach him how to shit in the toilet.
Not properly, though.
At least it's in there.
Yeah. I have, let me see here. I'm going to put Patriot's Instagram link in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully that's what it is. He's not full of shit. And it's not like a picture of obnoxious one Porky Pigging it running across his lawn or something.
Oh, yeah.
Under the full blue moon.
The orange moon.
That's a nice patch family you got there, partner.
All right, so
nice.
Let's see here.
Nope, apparently Yankee is not in Vegas. He's filling up with gas on his way to Olympia.
Mm.
At least he was 30 minutes ago.
Okay, here it is. There he is right there, down there in the bottom. Little Lake April patch. So next time you guys see
him, but he doesn't have a PO box. So
I don't want to take your patch. I feel bad. That's yours. If it was obnoxious, I'd take his. I mean, even next time he's out of the house, I might just take all his. I don't know. I don't care about him. So next time you guys see G's, be like, you should make that pink bunny patch. I think it would sell good.
Hey, G, Midnight's whining that you're not making him his patch.
Yeah. Oop, I think I just closed gun channels down.
Why?
Because I suck at computerizing stuff. That's it. We're going to get out of here anyway. It's almost 2 a.m. here. Let's call it a night. I feel like shit, and I want to go to sleep.
To Vegas.
Jorge said G-Webs used to have a lot of them in the past. Now it's all gone. Bummer. YP says, all that wasted space between patches. His are almost overlapping. I need to get a patch wall.
That's 3 foot by 4 foot, though.
That's a lot of space.
That's a lot of patches.
I spread them out like that because otherwise I spend too much money trying to fill the whole thing up. So I went the other route, just spread them out, and as I get them, then I can just stick them in between.
Yeah.
But that's actually a rug. It's one of those entry rugs for the front door.
Vash is asking where you guys get patch walls. You can order them. You can make. Some people make them. Some people order them. I'll probably actually just order one so I can get something with maybe get something with a frame or something. I don't know.
That
a lot of people make them. You use a rug, right?
Yeah, that's actually a door rug, like an entry rug, but it's super thin. I got it at Menards. I don't know. It's just one of them, whatever stores, but you can get them at Walmart or whatever. But it's like it's got ridges in it, so it's kind of nice because it hangs on tight. But since it's got ridges in there, you can pull them off easy, and it doesn't rip your patches and stuff. So
right. Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
I just have it some tacked to the wall, so I don't. I would have put like a ruler or something across the back of the top and hung it right, but I was too impatient, so I just used push tacks in the corners. And
right. No, that's actually a really good point too. Jorge's saying, "How are the Ranger eyes? Which ones glow in the dark?" They're nice. They're super good quality, just like all the other ones. And the ones that glow in the dark are the blue, the pink, and the black. And then there's an orange and black and a OD green and black. So the pink, the black, and the blue all glow in the dark. I'm a big kid. I love glow in the dark patches too.
Glow in the dark makes them instantly 1,000% cooler.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if it's a glow in the dark stripper clip.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. I love that. I love that stripper clip patch. That's cool. That's one of the ones I was originally going to put on this apron quick. Then I realized I was like, hey, hold on a second, this is backwards. And I just never got around to it.
That's a gymnast. My daughter says that was a gymnast. She's dancing with a paper clip.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got to make it school safe.
Yeah. Working out.
All
right. Let's, maybe it's a little early to introduce her to the world of pole dancing.
It's exotic entertainment.
It's true. Hey, do whatever you want, man. I don't give a shit. Have fun. Sarge, are you here? If you are, you can say hello. Do our goodbyes here quick if you'd like to. Tell us what's going on out there.
Let's see. Where am I? Yes.
Looks like you're up against a wall.
Yeah.
Vegas.
We're here in Vegas getting all our cameras and everything set up and everything charged up. I appreciate the invite. Sorry I couldn't be in more than I was tonight, but we're coming back from the Gun Channels dinner, and be sure to look for my channel. I'm going to be trying to get up a lot of stuff this weekend, and check out Downrange Daily. That's who I'm out here with. We're going to get stuff up on their channel. So, all right. See you guys at shop.
Mm-hmm.
Later, Smokey. Rupan.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me. I got some stuff. I've been busy with some doing some homework and some other junk, but I am going to be trying to do it every second matters because the articles have been piling up. I've been wanting to discuss. So, thanks again.
Absolutely, and the second is on a Saturday this month. Hey, this is cool. The second is the first day of the outdoor show in Harrisburg, but it's also Groundhog's Day. So if it was Groundhog's Day and it was like the Bill Murray movie, then every day would be Every Second Matters. You'd be able to open carry, and that's pretty cool. I wonder if G knows that. He can talk about that on the Daily Gun Show. And YP says that's him and his brother's birthday. Cool. So the second is a Saturday. Roll call. What's going on, man?
Hey, thanks for having me. It was a blast tonight. Yeah, you can check me out on YouTube, guntube.org, Gunstreamer, Twitter, Instagram. I just got back from Top Guns of Terre Haute, picked up my new gun. Those videos will be coming out next week. Gearing up for some fun times here. So go check me out. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you're still subscribed to me, keep on being subscribed to me. And watch my shitty videos. Thanks for having me.
Watch the good ones, too. Not just the shitty ones.
What? They're all shitty, man.
No.
I'd say all his videos are top tank.
Top tanking. Your videos are hashtag top tanking.
Hell yeah.
There's a new one for you. We try and start as many hashtags as possible in this show. It's kind of somehow become like a thing. We start so many dumb shits on this show. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. So roll call. Hashtag top tanking.
Now G has to make a toilet patch with my name going in the top tank.
Just a little picture you go in. Patriot.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, always, buddy.
You know, if anybody hasn't seen it, check out that Rick's Life as I See It. I did a little promo video for him and a giveaway. I have until Wednesday. I guess that's in a couple days. Just sub him and check it out. And there should be some more promo videos. I figure I'll do some of them. I've got a project going, but it's going to take a while for it to kind of to grow into fruition or something. Trying to use big fancy words, so. But
one of the things with Patriot that kind of goes along with one of the things we're talking about today. We're talking about the 2A history. That video. There's a link. I'll put a link under the video today too, when it's done here. Is to don't let your kids forget about history. Don't let your kids forget what has happened in the past, and don't let if the schools aren't going to let the kids know, the real deal, then make sure you pick up where they left off, and don't let them. If you're, for what they say, you forget the past, you're doomed to repeat it, right?
And the big thing is if you show your kids that the teachers at school don't know everything or don't push out everything, that'll help them out in the long run, so that they don't just say, "Oh, well, they told me and they know everything." So it'll start them, having a little bit more thought behind everything. So if the teachers don't tell you everything, then maybe they're leaving out other stuff. So it'll help them check into more of our history. So, but thanks.
Yep. The Orange Man cometh.
Thank you for having me, sir. You guys can find me at Obnoxious One across all the platforms. Probably even not on some platforms.
Budget.
Thanks for the link. I appreciate it. Those who don't know where to find me can find me at www.budgetgunsandgear.com. You can also find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, GunTube, GunStreamer, YouTube, CocoScope, and anything and everything where there's a social media presence. I have one there. Like to encourage you guys. I know this isn't a political show, but everybody needs to make sure that you are being a gun advocate now more than ever. It's that important, folks. The forces of evil are on the march, and it's up to us to resist them. Thanks.
Hey, this show's about whatever we want it to be about. Sometimes it's political, sometimes it's food, sometimes it's guns, sometimes it's nonsense. Usually it's a nice mix of everything. That's what the show has always been about. The show has always been, it's the closer. It's a closing show to gun channels. It's cool to have that spot, even though it's a little late and you get tired. It's kind of neat to have that spot of the week. Sometimes we can bring stuff up from the week before, and sometimes we can snag some stuff that other people talk about the rest of the week coming up. So it's really cool. Obnoxious, is there anything you would like to say since you muted yourself by accident?
Hashtag Porky Piggin.
That's it.
Shall not be infringed.
Don't do that neither. Yep.
Give him the bird.
That's true. Give him the bird. And hashtag Mad Crapper. Don't fear the dark. Roll call. What's your
hashtag upper tank.
Yep, upper tanker.
Upper tanker. Hashtag Jimenez tooth.
Hashtag Jimenez tooth. Hashtag no step on platypus.
Hashtag hot dog sandwich.
Hashtag hot dog sandwich. Hashtag
Slim Jim candy bar.
Candy.
Slim Jim candy bar.
Hashtag
what else?
Dark Side.
Is that dark side? Right. I don't know, man. There's a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ape, you want to swing us out of this shit show? Send us all to bed?
Hashtag motorboat rug burns.
Hashtag tank tangling. All right, so, ladies, gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. Be sure to check out gunchannels.com for more Pro 2A content. And on that note, while it's still the 20th somewhere in America, we'd like to say happy birthday to Gun Websites. He posted this just today that on January 20th, 2005, he created Gun Websites. So, also, stay tuned for TaterTube. This is our open lobby over on Gun Channels. If he gets enough people on there, he'll eventually go live. So, this concludes our regularly scheduled programming. But stay tuned for open lobbies, like Taters and Lead, and more throughout the day. GunChannels.com Monday night programming at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's CloverTac MOA Monday and Hawaii Volcano Squads locked and loaded. At 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geeks podcast, The Weekend Geek. At 11 p.m. Eastern, it's the Outlaw Hatfield's Monday Night Shootout. And every weeknight at midnight Eastern, it's the Daily Gun Show. Remember to be on the lookout for Ellis the Degenerate, a.k.a. the Outlaw Hatfield's Late Night with the Outlaw. Also, check out GunTube.org as a free and unrestricted Pro 2A video platform. If you like what you see, go over to Patreon and give them some money. Check out 247gunshow.com. It's free to sell for gunchannels.com members, and anyone can buy. And if I recall, G has both his vans up there for auction. So, if you happen to like any of the wonderful patches or card decks or Mr. Knives you see on this table, please go over to gearwebsites.com and buy some stuff. And remember, a hot dog is a sandwich, a Slim Jim is a candy bar, and apparently Spaceballs is the best diner movie ever.
According to who?
According to the closer of the closer.
Blues Brother wins.
Shall not